All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. It's showtime like Kareem Lakers. I make a masterpiece, scene basic. No Meek Millie, but I'm dream chasing. Took the shortcut like Anita Baker. I want the bright lights that you see in Vegas. I need a big house with like 3 basements. Drop an M on the whip, think I'm speed racing. Don't know if it's the Transformer or the Green Ranger. My nigga Mac got the beat banging. Young nigga selling crack as a teenager. Had fiends playing baseball out here free basing. Had me showing off the rings like a Freemason. My mama gone, but I keep pacing. Trying to keep it all together like I need braces. Family calling when they need favors. When I was broke, they was acting like complete strangers. All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Rest in peace, the Nippy was the street savior. Got my credit right now, I need acres. Gotta turn your dirty money into clean paper. Trying to own a franchise without a key player. I go through hoes like I weave laces. Tree blazers, let they mama noodles be flavored. Meat takers that be acting like the D sacred. You bust in, you would think they on their knees praying. Then I slide like a screensaver. When I'm done, make some scrambled eggs, cheese bacon. Then it's on to the next, I ain't a speed dater. Little bitch ain't gon' hear from me till weeks later. I don't see no things changing. Kids still dodging bullets like they seen Matrix. These young niggas really need saving, but OGs won't teach them that the street's dangerous. All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby.
Was good, was good, was good. Y'all already know the vibes, man. It's your boy CamJNetwork, man. Sorry but not sorry. Boxing Talk, man. We here. Sorry but not sorry. Boxing Talk Wednesdays, live and direct, man. Full in effect, man. Y'all already know the vibes, man. For sure. But before we get started, make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the hype button, and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed as well, man. You already know the vibes, man. We active. You know what I mean? Been pumping this content out on the channel this week, man. Last night, if y'all wasn't tapped in, we had a great conversation with my guy, Kenneth Bohiri from PDC, one of the PDC directors for the company and everything. And I got some content to show from that. Man. But before we get started, though, we got to get started with the throwback fight of the day. Before we get started, throwback fight of the day, got to get into that for sure, man. You already know. Let me get to this throwback fight of the day, which this fight was actually today in the same day. So we want to go ahead and give it out right here and drop the clip.
The more favored adopted son by this group, your crown. And I think the reason why some of the feeling too is that opportunity close if you don't finish it. Big right hand. Big right hand. The uppercut. That was a better right hand.
Trying to figure out what Thurman had.
Thurman nailing Garcia with the right hand. Garcia stayed up.
Right, most fighters use the jab to set things up. Most of these guys have power shots, so they don't need to set anything up. So you have to work the jab, just behind the jab.
Good hook by Thurman as we come to the end of round 2. Good hook to the body by Garcia. That's his money punch. Thurman back at Garcia.
All right, so right there, man, as you see it right there, that was the throwback fight of the day right there between Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia. This fight was March 4th, 2017, where it was two titles on the line, man, the WBA and the WBC at 147 in this fight in particular. And as you see, the man Keith Thurman won by split decision. Judges 116, 112, 115, 113, and another one that went for Danny Garcia 115, 113 his way. So it was definitely a close fight, a classic fight, man, for real. Around that time, man, at 147 was so hot around that time. You know, them guys was putting them fights together, and them boys was hitting. They was definitely hitting around that type time, man. So definitely got to salute to them boys, man. Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, man, which we already know. We got Keith Thurman coming back in action March 28th, man. We about to talk about that. I want to salute some of my family in the building so far real quick. Salute to my brother CRUZ, the legend, man. Salute to my dog, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to my brother CRUZ, the legend, man. Be putting in that pain every morning, you heard. So definitely subscribe to my brother CRUZ, the legend, man. And salute to my dog Sheldon Moore, man. My guy, man. He said, my guy CamJ, unbiased boxing talk. Most definitely, bro. Definitely. We got a lot to cover. There's a lot going on in boxing, man. So we got a lot of topics to cover tonight, man, on this show tonight for sure, you heard. And salute to my boy B King, man. I see you over there coaching them boys up, man, on the football side today, man. I see you. Salute to my boy B King, man, for sure, man. Much love, much love. And my boy Sheldon Moore, he said neither fighter was as good as they thought they were. Oh my God, here you go, Sheldon. Here you go with that bullshit. Yeah, man. So as I told y'all, man, last night, man, we had a conversation with my guy, PBC director Kenneth Balhiri, man, and I got a couple clips I want to react to and and show y'all from the great conversation that we had last night, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the first one right here.
This is it for Keith. This is the big time. He had his tune-up last year, and he's been in the gym from all accounts. Like I said, he's having a tremendous camp. So this is it for him right here. This is his chance to become world champion again, to stamp himself in the Hall of Fame. And Keith Thurman always brings the fight.
That was a clip right there from the conversation with my guy Kenneth Balhiri, where we was talking about Keith Thurman versus Sebastian Fundora, and he mentioned that this is Keith's last chance. This is Keith's last chance to, become a champion, because if you don't win this one, then of course, with him being at the end of his career pretty much, up in age and everything, this is the last one, man. This is the last chance he's going to be able to get a crack, where he probably won't be able to get a crack, obviously, with him being up in age at another world title, unless he on some Manny Pacquiao time and type shit, you feel me? But yeah, man, I would say in general though, with Keith Thurman, the fight with him and Sebastian Fundora popping March 28th, coming up soon, man, obviously. and it's gonna be a barn burner, man. For real, I'm real interested in seeing what Keith Thurman brings to the table in this fight with Sebastian Fundora. I know that last night I mentioned that it's a lot of people out here that believe Keith Thurman could do something with Sebastian Fundora. Me personally, I ain't that confident in it, but I'm here for it, though. I'm definitely here for March 28th, man. I got Sebastian Fundora just on some early prediction timing right now. Sebastian Fundora, I wouldn't be surprised if he messed around and stopped Thurman. This probably be the first fight that we see Keith Thurman get stopped, probably, man. So I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm expecting a great fight from these guys, and definitely ready for March 28th for sure. And another thing I wanted to highlight too from our interview from last night with my boy Kenneth Bahiri was I'm gonna play this clip right here. That was real intriguing. I think this last night went over a lot of people's heads for real in reality. What when he spoke about this in particular right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the clip right here. Absolutely, for sure. And get into next, man. So we got to talk about the event coming up, man. May 2nd, man, is coming on. Because I'm super excited about this one for sure, man. One of my favorite fighters as well, man. David Benavidez versus Zerto Ramirez, May 2nd at T-Mobile Arena in Vegas, man. Coming up, man. I cannot wait for this. And they taking over Cinco de Mayo, man, which is, I love that as well. So what you think about this fight in particular right here?
Yeah, I think it's great that Cinco de Mayo is back, in Las Vegas, the event that it is. And I mean, what better way than with David Benavidez, who and Zerto Ramirez. Benavidez to me is the face of Mexican boxing and on his way to becoming the face of boxing, period. Special talent, a good dude, a guy who does everything the right way. Just a good person and an animal in the ring, bro. I don't know that person that gets in the ring. Yeah. He's a different beast, and not just a beast in the ring, but with skills, and not just skills, but high level elite pound for pound skills, a real student of the game. And David's so impressive. I think this fight is very dangerous. Moving up to cruiserweight and fighting Gilberto Ramirez, who's no slouch himself, two-division champion and a pretty big dude. I was surprised to see how much bigger he was than David when they faced off. I'm not used to seeing that, so salute to David, because this is crazy, when I think about it. Like a 200-pound man, so this is crazy when you think about it, but salute to David. It just goes to show you the type of fighter he is. And it's going to be a tremendous event, happy to be working with Golden Boy Promotions and bringing this event, to the T-Mobile Arena, in Las Vegas, PBC, pay-per-view and Prime Video. It gets no better, man. Vegas is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy that week. And we've got a really good undercard that
I can't wait to hear that. That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, we're cooking up something real nice, so it's going to be a great night for the sport, and right. The rising tide raises all ships, and so these are the kind of events and shows that the sport needs.
Right, and I think this fight is who going to determine who going to be. Yeah, man. So that was another clip from the conversation that I had with my guy, PBC director Kenneth Bahiri last night. And one thing that I wanted to mention that I think went over people's heads, early on when I first, started off in that clip, I said, I asked him, I said, I love the fact that, this fight is on Cinco de Mayo, that, y'all guys are taking over Cinco de Mayo. And one key thing that Kenneth said was that it's great that Cinco de Mayo is back in America. And that went over people's heads. I don't think people understood 100% when he said that. Like, when he said that, that was pretty much saying, like, yeah, we've seen what Canelo did last Cinco de Mayo. He was over there fighting in Saudi Arabia. Now we got Cinco de Mayo back. David Benavidez is becoming the new face of boxing for Mexico in particular. And that's how we rocking right now. We rocking with David. This fight with David and Zurdo Ramirez is one of them fights that definitely is going to be known for who's going to be the actual face of Mexican boxing, possibly. You know what I mean? So definitely real intriguing for us that. And of course, this fight being T-Mobile Arena, David Benavidez moving up the cruiserweight, moving up pretty much 25, 15, 20 pounds to face cruiserweight champion Zurdo Ramirez right there, which is definitely very intriguing, and definitely dangerous. Definitely dangerous for David Benavidez as well. Definitely dangerous on his behalf. But David Benavidez, he's a guy that's taking all challenges as much as possible, man. He want all the smoke out here. And PBC, they got a lot of confidence behind him, and they invested in him, and they definitely rocking with that man behind him on this situation, man, which is a real dope situation, because now we got boxing back on Cinco de Mayo, where it's a big holiday for boxing. You know what I'm saying? It's a big holiday for boxing right there. And salute to my boy Salvador. Was good with you, bro? What's popping, man? That boy up here already on the Haney and Rolly type time already. Yeah, my boy Salvador said he got Benavidez by split decision right there. That's tough. That's tough. My boy Shell Moore, he said Zurdo by stoppage late. Really? You think Zurdo gonna stop him? Man, I don't know about that, man. I don't know. Let me see something real quick, man. Let me see this man Zurdo's resume real quick. See when the last time he stopped somebody. Let me see something real quick. Hold on, man. Zurdo Ramirez. 48-1. Nasty. 30 knockouts. The last time Zurdo had a stoppage was against Dominique Bozel in May 2022. Zurdo ain't had a stoppage since 2022, dog. He been in all decisions since then. He lost a decision to Bivol right after that, which is very intriguing in that perspective. And then he been winning by unanimous decision in his last 4 fights since 2022. Yeah, man, I don't know. I got my boy DB in that one, man. Zurdo ain't stopping David Benavidez. I just don't see it. I don't see it. Yeah, Salvador said David Benavidez is chasing greatness. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? He's the fighter that a lot of people should be getting behind. You know what I'm saying? But I be seeing people that, fucking dogging out David Benavidez, saying, "Oh, he ducking Ja Opetaia." How can you duck Ja Opetaia when you haven't even fought at cruiserweight yet? Like, the man hasn't even fought at cruiserweight. His first fight at cruiserweight is fighting Zurdo. You know what I mean? How can he duck Ja Opetaia when his first fight is fighting the guy that Ja Opetaia been begging to fight? Like, make this make sense. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Like, that's why I be saying some of these boxing fans be off the chain with a lot of shit, dog, for sure. He said, but he isn't the face of the sport, unfortunately. Canelo is. Canelo is for now. That Canelo, you might as well say his run is done. His run of the face of boxing for Mexico is done, because his next 2 fights is in Saudi Arabia. You know what I mean? So Canelo's done, as far as I'm concerned. You know what I'm saying? It's time for the new faces to pop up. You know what I'm saying? The David Benavidez. You know what I mean? The Bam Rodriguez. Those guys. It's time for them to step up now. You feel me? My boy Shelton talking about Zurdo, the king of Mexico. Hey, whoever wins this fight, though, May 2nd, that will be the person that's going to be crowned the face of boxing for Mexico. That is the case for sure. That is the case for sure. And I don't want to lean on to that too long, but because we got a lot of topics to get through. So make sure y'all already know after the show, y'all ain't watched the full conversation with Kenneth Bahiri, my guy from PBC. Please do watch it, man. It's an amazing conversation with him. This was my second conversation with Kenneth Bahiri as well. And we got more to come, man. He's gonna be back on the channel, man, when more PBC dates coming through and everything. So salute to my guy Kenneth Bahiri on the love and the support that he come through on this channel and everything for sure. And let's get into a lot of this news that we got, because we got a lot of news to break down. And obviously, this is it right here. You know what I mean? Y'all go on the channel, live with PBC director Kendall Bahiri right there. So salute to my brother right there for sure. And let's get into a lot of these topics. We got a lot of quick hits for the show, so we can get into these main topics that I know everybody's intrigued to get into tonight. So let's go and start off with the first one, in which I wanted to highlight this real quick with my guy Sugar Nasheed Smith. Got young kid from the DMV area, work behind Tank and other guys out there with Scooter Davis as well. He's gonna be back in the ring April 25th. Jeter Promotions has another event in Baltimore, Maryland that's going down April 25th. And I wanted to highlight him real quick because this is a guy that I want to say, everybody, y'all got to look out for too. Look out for Sugar Nasheed Smith, man. Definitely one of the young prospects that's putting in pain out there in the DMV. The DMV is a hotbed right now for a lot of fighters right now, in particular right now. And I definitely wanted to add context too, since we're talking about my man Sugar Sheed. This guy on that same very card, April 25th, is going to be fighting. And let me roll the clip of him real quick. As you see right there, my dog, man, Scooter Davis, back in the ring, back in action, April 25th as well, on the same card as my guy Sugar Nasheed Smith from the DMV, man, which is, the man Scooter Davis, man, he on a run right now, definitely, man, definitely cooking up, building as a prospect. I love the Top Rank, because, it's keeping him active. And it's amazing, just to add a little context, it's amazing to see Top Rank, with them not having a TV deal currently, keep their fighters active. Like, I feel like it's very impressive to see them do that, in particular. And you're seeing that right here with my guy Scooter Davis, man, back in action April 25th in Baltimore, Maryland. And his opponent to be announced probably close up to the fight. So y'all already know my dog Scooter. We can definitely go on. Let you know who he'll be fighting for sure very soon. And you already know my guy Scooter has been on the channel as well. So, be on the lookout. Scooter will be coming back to the channel very, very soon for me talking to him a few days ago. So, definitely my dog Scooter Davis back in action April 25th. And there's a lot of action on that card, man. The DMV area is a hotbed in boxing right now, man. They've been cooking up, man. So, definitely intrigued to see my guy get it back cracking, man, for sure. Scooter Davis, for sure. You know what I'm saying? My boy Blaze, my boy, man, what's popping, brother? He said Scooter is active, most definitely, man. Second fight of the year already at it, man. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole thing is right now with Scooter being 9-0, now it's time for you to turn it up. Like, you clean out the rest of these guys the rest of this year, which I'm pretty sure he's going to probably fight, this time at April 25th, and then another, 2 times possibly before the year end, and do the same next year. Have about 4 or 5 fights next year. Then after that, 2027, boom, you in championship contention there. You know what I mean? So that's the game plan right there that I'm expecting for Top Rank for Scooter Davis in particular. You know what I mean? So let's go and get to the next topic, which is crazy news right here, man. Well, I definitely got to say congratulations to Brian Norman Jr. Brian Norman Jr. Launches Throwback Boxing Promotions and announces top lightweight contender Edwin De Los Santos as his first signing right here. So Brian Norman Jr. is starting his own promotional company, and his first signee is Edwin De Los Santos, which is really, really intriguing. Really intriguing, I gotta say for sure. You got to think about, Edwin De Los Santos in recent timing. He just signed with Zuffa Boxing. And, of course, managing wise, his manager is Adrian Clark, the same manager that manages Brian Norman Jr. So kind of, you put the pieces to the puzzle with that. Adrian Clark, got, Brian Norman Jr. starting his, promotional company, and he's like, yo, might as well go ahead and have Edwin up under y'all. So I find it real intriguing that Edwin De Los Santos is signing and under Brian Norman Jr. And we know in recent time that Edwin De Los Santos, he was talking about signing with Jay Prince and as his manager and working with those guys. But he ends up signing with Adrian Clark for his management, and now promotional wise, he's up under Brian Norman Jr. along with Zuffa Boxing as well, which is a real intriguing situation. Like how that works with you being with Throwback Boxing Promotions along with Zuffa, which is a very, very intriguing situation to me right there for sure. So salute to Brian Norman Jr. on launching his Throwback Boxing Promotions, his new boxing promotional company, man, and salute to Edwin De Los Santos being his first signee as well, man. So salute to those guys, man. And we can go ahead and go to the next topic because we got a lot of quick hitters. So this was something that we've been talking about over the past few months right here with Dimitri Bivol versus Michael Eifert. The IBF, they ordered this fight a long time ago, and they've been negotiating this fight in a recent time, and where they've been going to purse bids. But Dimitri Bivol, Michael Eifert, they get another extension on the purse bid for this fight. So they got another week to get this fight done and negotiate it up and everything. And we'll see what happens with this. But I find it really intriguing that it continues with the extension for us this fight. Like this fight needs to it needs to go. It needs to get locked in and get it cracking. You know what I mean? I know in recent time, and we definitely heard that they was looking for Artur Beterbiev to find him a fight so he can be on this same card. So Bivol and Beterbiev be on the card fighting, Eifert and whoever Beterbiev fights, and then if they both win, they match those guys up for the trilogy, which is I think is pretty fucking stupid to me, in my opinion. Like if it's a trilogy fight, both of these guys fought last February. Why not just go ahead and have these guys fight now and fight each other right away? But obviously, with Michael Eifert having an order for the IBF, they got him fighting. They got him fighting Bivol, man, and they sticking to that. Which I said a long time ago, this will probably happen. It'll probably happen with Dimitri Bivol, where he'll choose to fight Eifert in his mandatory before he fights Bivol in that trilogy, which is we're seeing that in 4K right here, man. So definitely intrigued to see when they're gonna lock this fight in and when it's gonna be and where it's gonna be in particular. But we'll stay tapped in and close to this situation as well. So you got Dimitri Bivol with another extension on the purse bid for the IBF with his mandatory fight with Michael Eifert right here. And let's get to the next one, this was news that dropped this morning right here with Mr. Mario Barrios, man. And when this crazy, me and Kenneth Bohiri, we talked about this last night where I asked him, what do you think's next for Mario Barrios? Do you think he stays at 47 or he moves up to 154? And the news broke this morning that Mario Barrios is moving up to 154. So we're going to see Mario Barrios campaigning at 154 now, which is really, really intriguing for me because, it's a lot of hitters. It's a lot of hitters up there at 154. A lot of hitters. And I just don't see the ceiling of Mario Barrios at 154 with those other guys. Now, there's a lot of great matches that he can, definitely, have at 154 because there's a lot of hitters, like I mentioned. But I just don't see Mario Barrios becoming champion at 154 with all them hitters that we got up there at 154 right now. You know what I mean? I just don't see it, in my personal opinion. But I'm curious to see, how it works out for sure. Interesting for us, the fact that, right after this fight, again, like when he lost to Tank, when he was fighting at 140, he moved up to 147. And the same vice versa with, this situation with him losing to Ryan Garcia, boom, you got Mario Barrios moving up to 154 right here. You know what I mean? So definitely, like I said, I don't see the ceiling of Mario Barrios at 154, But it is real intriguing to see, see what he does up there, especially after this loss that he had with Ryan Garcia. You know what I mean? For sure. You know what I mean? So salute to my boy Cash Crypto. What's good, my brother, man? That's my big hitter, man. Y'all get out of line. My man gonna hit you up. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? With that 86K, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Glad. Yeah, saying salute to my boy, man, and salute the family, man. Ring Wild Boxing Podcast in the building. Make sure y'all subscribe to CRUZ, man. Definitely putting in that work over there for sure, man. Live at least 2-3 times a week. Definitely live every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, man. So salute to the fam, man, for sure. And so let's get into this next topic that we have. There's a lot, like I said, we got a lot to talk about. So right here, we got CRUZ Eubank Jr. So we got negotiations going on with CRUZ Eubank Jr. and Edgar Berlanga right now. And you got Edgar Berlanga coming back off the loss with Hamza Shiraz. And, with this negotiations, of course, Edgar Berlanga's fighting at 168. Then you got CRUZ Eubank Jr. coming from his loss that he had with Conor Benn, where he fought at 160. Now he's moving up in weight, but he's asking for this fight where he wants a catch weight at 164 for Edgar Berlanga. And Edgar Berlanga, obviously, he's not willing to drop down, at 164 to fight Mr. CRUZ Eubank Jr. So this fight is kind of at a standstill because they're trying to figure out the weight, where they're going to fight at. And this is my thing, because when I seen this, I definitely wanted to say something about this. And I was like, my thing about CRUZ Eubank Jr., bro, like, why do you want to catch weight at 164? Like, I'm trying to really understand that. Why do you want to catch weight? Like, we just seen you kill yourself twice to make 160. I think he would be happy to fight at 168. Like, it makes no entire sense to me for CRUZ Eubank to want to fight at 164. Like, you just trying to fill yourself out, on you fighting at 168. Nah, you need to fight at 168, bro. We seen you kill yourself twice against Conor Benn fighting at 160. Take your ass to 168. Campaign with the other big dogs up there. You know what I'm saying? Edgar Berlanga, that man ain't moving down for you. Edgar Berlanga was 193 pounds in the ring with Canelo. That boy ain't moving down to no 164 catch weight for you. You ain't even a crazy significant name for Edgar Berlanga to even move down for. So with this fight right here, man, I don't know how this fight is going to really progress in particular, man. It looked like, I don't know if this fight is going to go through. That's just me personally, if they can't get the weight situated. But like I said, it makes no entire sense for CRUZ Eubank Jr. to fight at 164 after we seen what happened to you the last two fights at 160, bro. Like, 168 should be very comfortable for you. Very comfortable. And salute to my boy T Hill in the building, man. West Coast in the building. Salute to my brother, man, for sure. And hold on, do I want to do that now? I can do that now. Matter of fact, I got this clip to play. So I got this clip to play right here from Eddie Hearn, which I found this clip real interesting. And it was something that I seen my boy TD Sports Talk. Make sure y'all subscribe to my brother TD Sports Talk. We was kind of chopping it up on my brother Dean By Any Means show earlier in the comments. And he said, it's some people that's signing over to Zuffa possibly, which is, very intriguing when he said that, because when he said that, I seen this clip in his interview yesterday, and I was like, I know who exactly you talking about. And I was like, I could have played this whole interview, but I'm not going to do that for us. So I went ahead and got the clip in particular. But this clip right here was very, very intriguing to me right here, far as Mr. Eddie Hearn right here. So listen to this very closely, what Eddie Hearn says in this clip right here.
We have a group of people, and we kind of say, who's in your top 5 of dogs at the moment? Because there are that many, and like some of them are just absolute. Like, I know, like Eubank calls me a scumbag. Like, honestly, I am a fucking angel compared to these people. Anyway, Keith has always been number 1 on my dog list, really. But he plays with, he's good. He's a good manager. The thing is with managers, you come in, you take a percentage, you do fuck all. All you do is you get on the phone and you have a few meetings. You never put a dime into the fighter. You never build the fighter coming through. You never take any financial risk on the show. But what you do is you turn up in a suit and go, I'm your money man, baby. Yeah, I'm going to show you the money. Yeah. And like, obviously, people think that managers are important. So, but yeah, keep you know, it's not necessarily just me. It's, you know, DAZN. You know, I think that I don't think it would be possible to work with Keith Connolly again, if I'm honest. Like, and listen, before this happened with Conor, we'd agreed a deal with Richardson Hitchens, and we were making offers to Edgar Berlanga to get him back, warm-up fight, big fight against Pacheco, blah, blah, blah. But now, I think, see, a lot of managers, not saying Keith Connolly, will do a deal like they've done, and it'll include getting backed on all their other guys. So you will probably see Richardson and Edgar Berlanga go to Zuffa, but that's what I don't like, because actually, if I'm Edgar Berlanga and Richardson Hitchens, I'm going, well, actually, I want to speak to Eddie and see what the path is there and what's the money. But you can't, because as part of the deal over there, you've already been promised something else. You know, snaky shit.
Yeah, man. So when I seen that clip, I found that real intriguing last night to know the fact that, you know, of course, Eddie Hearn just on record just said that he don't see himself or the zone working much with Keith Connolly. And Keith Connolly is the manager of Conor Benn, Richardson Hitchens, Edgar Berlanga, and Teofimo Lopez, which is, you know, you've seen in recent time, and, you know, Conor Benn signing with Zuffa for the one fighting Regis Prograis. And then, of course, Eddie Hearn mentioned, you know, on that situation, yo, we trying to get a deal with Africa, lock him in with Matchroom, and then possibly, you know, try to see if we can get Edgar Berlanga some matchups at 160 in, keeping him in fold as well, along with Keith Connolly. But he says that along with that deal with Conor Benn, he said, don't be surprised if you see Richardson Hitchens and Mr. Edgar Berlanga signed with Zuffa Boxing, which I found that real intriguing. I ain't gonna lie, because of the fact that Richardson Hitchens right now, he has a whole purse, not a purse bid, but he has a mandatory set with the IBF with Landolfo Delgado right now currently, which, you know, they have to negotiate that deal for that fight within 30 days. And we already know the history with Richardson Hitchens 2 weeks ago, where he pulled out of the fight with Oscar Duarte. So with that being said, it's starting to make me think in particular that Richardson Hitchens may end up vacating that IBF title and not fighting Landolfo Delgado at 140. And like Eddie Hearn mentioned, it's a possibility we see him over there with Zuffa along with Edgar Berlanga, which I find that very, very ironic right there, because when that mandatory got set with Landolfo Delgado for Richardson Hitchens, it was hard for me to see that he was going to make this fight happen. You know what I'm saying? So we still got to see it play out within these 30 days. But it was hard for me to see that happen, especially with everything that happened with Oscar Duarte, because I believe the plan for Richardson Hitchens in particular was for him to have this fight with Oscar Duarte, you know, win this fight, and then use his IBF status up at 147. That's what I thought the game plan was for Richardson Hitchens in particular. But with this order now with Landolfo Delgado and how everything went, even though he did make the morning weight, he made the weight, but he just got sick after, you know, so he ate breakfast after the morning weigh-in through the IBF. It got me real intrigued, where it got me thinking what Eddie Hearn is saying for us, Keith Connolly having them boys, Africa and Berlanga signed with Zuffa. I really think that's very true. So, and don't be surprised in recent time, and if we see Edgar Berlanga and Africa over there at Zuffa Boxing, you know what I'm saying? That's something that we definitely can see for sure. You know what I mean? And, you know, he said in the gym, oh yeah, for sure, man. Get that work in, bro. Get that work in, cuz you already know. So yeah, man. So definitely, be tapped in on that situation for us, Eubank and Belanga. And just going on to the next topic that we got for tonight, because we got a lot of topics. I wanted to get into this conversation, man. 130, of course, Navarrete coming off his big win, becoming unified up at 130, beating Sugar Nunez this past Saturday, put on a good old Mexican ass whooping, belt the ass badly on that boy Sugar Nunez. And we got boxing scene right here with the graphic, saying who wins between Emmanuel Navarrete and Ashaki Foster. And this is what I mentioned the other day on the show, where I was like, man, I would love to see the unification between these two guys. I know Emmanuel Navarrete, he has aspirations of possibly running that rematch back with Charlie Suarez and possibly moving up to 135. And along with Ashaki Foster, he has aspirations of unifying up at 130 and possibly going up to 135 to fight one of the top guys there. But then Mr. Ray Ford then joined this conversation, man. And I got to play the clip from Ray Ford this past week so we can kind of briefly talk about this real quick. So let me play that clip. Where is it at? There you go.
I hope you just sign that shit. Please sign that shit. Sign the contract.
You be ready to get
sign the contract.
You can't be ready for that. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
You can't beat me, bro. You can't beat me.
You're not ready.
You can't beat me.
I'm gonna beat the
you
sunshine.
You can't. You're not gonna get to him. He's not getting to him.
I'm gonna beat the sunshine.
You're not gonna get to him. You're not gonna get to him. You're not getting to him. You see me, you're not getting to him. I promise you,
I'm gonna knock you out. I'm gonna go beat up your daddy real quick. You feel me? That's how it's gonna go.
You can't beat me, bro. I've been calling in for 2 years.
I swear to God. Bro, you talked yourself into something. I'm gonna whoop your ass.
You ran out of options. You ran out of options? That's what it is? You ran out of options?
Ran out of options, bro.
That's what it sounds like.
I picked you. I asked them about you, G. I'm gonna whoop your ass, I swear.
You asked them about me?
Yes.
How long we been asking about you?
So there you go right there from this past Saturday. You got Ashaki Foster and Ray Ford going at it, man, back and forth, man. Which is, Ray Ford, he's been clamoring for that fight for a long time. Of course, Ashaki Foster been calling out Mr. Shakur Stevenson, wanting to fight Shakur Stevenson. And he's coming off the big win against, Stephen Foden, where they was fighting for the vacant WBC title at 135. The vacant interim title, that is. It's fighting for the interim. And then, of course, Ashaki won. Then he vacated the interim title. And then the Javier Herrera, he ended up fighting in December, and he ended up winning his fight where he's the WBC interim champion at 135, which we're going to get into talking about Javier Herrera very, very shortly, too, about the whole mix at 135 right now. But I found these tweets very, very, very funny right here between did I put the tweets up? Oh shit, let me add it real quick. I gotta add this tweet on from Mr. Ray Ford, man. Ray Ford and Ashaki Foster, they started going back and forth yesterday on Twitter. And I missed the receipts, man. I got all of this content, man. So I gotta show everybody everything that's cracking on here. So let me pull this up real quick. Add this real quick. Right there. Oh shit, I already had it actually. Okay, we good. Okay. So let me pull this up right here. So this was the first tweet right here between these guys. And you got Ray Ford, he says, "This y'all man." So he posts this text messages between Ray Ford and his team saying that Ray Foster is backing out. Lash him out of it on socials, please. Don't hold back. We need to embarrass him big time. So Ray Ford, he says, this y'all man's though. He screenshots the conversation with whoever's on his team, and he posts the screenshot. And then Ashaki Foster, he responds to him and says, "Hey, say gang, I know your pops over there been neglecting you, trying to focus more on his career. So you begging for attention, but your team, Matchroom and the Zone know what you saying is cat. We are in active negotiations. Stupid, stop clout chasing, trying to create a narrative right here. So you got Ashaki Foster, telling us that Ray Ford and Ashaki Foster is currently in active negotiations right now. And this shit's funny, man. This back and forth with these guys is funny. So the boy Ray Ford, he responds to Ashaki Foster saying, "You keep trying to mention another nigga gang. Leave other motherfuckers out of it. Stop chasing his clout. That's all you talk about. Shut the fuck up and do your part so I can beat you the fuck up." So you got Ray Ford talking greasy to Ashaki Foster right here. And then he followed up and says this right here, saying, "I can't wait to humble this ninja. Why he think he runs shit now? You got to listen to them folks, ninja. You begged my promoters for a fight, and now they offer me and you bitching." And what is this? Is this it right here? That's the others out here. So you got Ray Ford right there. They going back and forth and everything. And like I said, me personally, I think this the fight that should be made at 130. I'm ready to see another unification. Jassa Dickens, he has the other title. He's about to fight Kakashi, the same guy that Raymond Ford was about to fight last year, but Kakashi got injured and they ended up not fighting. But Kakashi's about to fight Jassa Dickens. And of course, Navarrete taking some time off after, he just fought this past Saturday. Ashaki Foster, he looking to stay active and get moving. You feel me? So right here, Ashaki Foster, Raymond Ford, they in negotiations. I would rather have the unification with Navarrete, but with Ashaki Foster, I don't mind with the bad blood with these guys, what they got, and them getting it cracking and mixing it up. I ain't mad at it at all. You know what I mean? And let me see what's popping. My boy Trey Skills was good. My boy Trey Skills was good, bro. Was popping. And I'm cool with Ray Ford and Ashaki getting it cracking. They got a storyline, everything. Of course, Ashaki Foster said, "Yo, after I beat your ass, I'm gonna beat your daddy ass." You know what I mean? Which the crazy part within that whole sequence, the boy Ray Ford didn't give no pushback and say Shakur wasn't his daddy or none of that, which is real nasty work to me right there. The nastiest right there in particular. But with Ray Ford is on his, protecting Shakur Stevenson at all costs. Shakur Stevenson to push Ray Ford on Ashaki when Ashaki been pushing for Shakur the whole entire time. Them boys got history where, they done had history since they've been at 130 as far as Shakur and Ashaki Foster in particular. You know what I mean? So we're going to see what happens, man, with these negotiations with Ray Ford and Ashaki Foster in particular. And we're going to go ahead and keep it pushing. I got some more Twitter boxing beef to push out to talk about real quick, which is this back and forth was hilarious right here to me right here. So, of course, you got this guy on Twitter right here. He asked Lamont Roach, fight Gary Anton Russell in the DMV. Then Lamont Roach, he says, this the fight I really would like right here. And then this is crazy. Gary Russell Jr. starts clapping at Lamont Roach crazy in here. Says, "Stop lying. Ain't nobody over here ever duck ish. You would get smoked by every last one of us. Get your clout chasing ass on somewhere." So you got Gary Russell Jr. clapping at Lamont Roach Jr. right here on Twitter, man. Like I said, it's been going down on Twitter, dog. And then Lamont Roach, he responds. He says, "Who are you? I know you ain't Twine, Tito, or Little G. Who run this account? LOL. Because you know damn well we've been the same age and weight for a long time since we've been kids. I won 11 national championships, by the way." And then you got Gary Russell Jr. He responds. He says, "You keep talking about the amateurs, nigga. That's the reason why you and my little brother didn't fight in the first place, because of the age gap. But once we hit the USAs, he was on your ass, and you never popped out to none of them sparring sessions at Sugar Ray when we was there. So you got Lamar Rose asking who running this account, who on this account, then talk about he done won 11 national championships in the amateur, and Gary Russell Jr. saying, bro, that's the problem. You talking about the amateurs, this the pros, and saying that the age gap was the reason why motherfuckers wasn't fighting in the first place. You know what I mean? And them boy in the DMV area, Lamar Roach ain't want no smoking, no sparring sessions with the Russells. It was crazy right there. So continuing on right here, you got Lamar Roach. He responds. He said, it can't be, LOL, because they would have known that we used to spar all the time when we was little. This alias cousin or something. And then Gary Russell responds. He said, this ain't no alias cousin, ninja. This the brother, and stop bluffing. You never sparred or competed with nobody over here, but y'all can now. Gary Jr. in the rankings, we on your ass right here. And then even more, you got Lamont again. He responds. He says, oh, then I know you ain't nobody related to them now. You just a dick rider. Get the fuck on, bitch. Stop responding right here. And then Gary Russell in the same tweet responds back to him, said, oh, yeah, bitch, from male to female, ain't nobody around me close to that. I'm around goons and goblins, shawty. Now, keep that bitch energy in person, because now I'm on your ass from Keystone to Walker right here. So, yeah, this shit that got intense. Motherfucking Lamar Roach then called Gary Russell a dick rider and telling him to get on right there. And you got Gary Russell saying, hey, keep that bitch energy in person. He gonna see him right here, man. So a lot of crazy back and forth. And then Gary Russell Jr., he responds again. He said, this Junior now, little nigga, like my little brother said, you ain't never sparred me or none of my little brothers. Get your cap ass on. Focus on the task at hand. Hopefully you can get past the payter if that fight happen, because we on your ass. So Gary Anton Russell, man, them boys is, and you know, the Russell family, man, the Russell family is on demon time right now with Lamont Roach right there. And adding some more context with Lamont Roach, man. Lamont Roach, as far as the Russells in particular, I would love to see Lamont Roach get it cracking with Gary Anton Russell or Gary Jr. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see Gary Russell Jr. get back active. He fought last year, and we ain't seen him since. So hopefully, one of these PBC cards coming up, we gonna see Gary Russell back in action, man. Back active for sure. But Gary Anton Russell and Lamont Roach obviously not happening right now. It's not a fight that's going to be going down. But we could talk about what's going down with Mr. Lamont Roach, obviously, because there's a lot going on in the 135-pound division right here. So you got Lamont Roach right here. Oh, not right here. Wrong tweet. We got, is that right here? Where's that at? Where that be at? Where that at? Where that tweet? Did I scroll up? Oh, yeah, it's down here. I'm tweaking. So we got Lamont Roach. That's the wrong one. That's Lamont Roach. Obviously earlier today, you know, it was the word that the WBC ordered Williams to pay to fight Lamont Roach for the vacant WBC title that Shakur Stevenson held. But not so fast. Little birdie came around today, saying Mr. Dan Raphael, he said that the WBC did not order the fight. He said that Lamont Roach and Williams Zepeda, they came to the WBC to make the fight happen and improve the fight. And the WBC, they ended up approving the fight. It said the WBC accepted this one since they were already the two top-ranked guys. Normally, the interim title holder would have been half of the fight. which is the interim champion at WBC, is Javier Herrera, which is when I mentioned him earlier. Javier Herrera, he won the interim championship in the WBC in December in his last fight. And so in particular, usually you had the interim champion with the one or the two, the top two contenders, in the WBC, but they went the different route. Roach and Zepeda, they both pushed for this fight and pushed in position, and the WBC is allowing it to happen, which is, I think, in my personal opinion, I think it's bullshit. I think Javier Herrera, since he's the interim champion, he should have, a say in that, where he should be in position to fight one of these guys. And it just shows you that, a lot of people, this is another reason why a lot of people's not confident in, these sanctioning bodies. With situations like this, you got the guy that's the interim champion, not fighting for the vacant title, which makes no entire sense at all. Makes no sense at all, which is real. It's nasty work. It's real live nasty work for real. So you got Lamont Roach, William Zepeda fighting for the WBC vacant title. And I do I like the fight? In general, do I like the fight? It's a cool little fight. I say it's a cool little fight, you know what I mean? But I know I seen Mike Coppinger, man. He said that this is a good scrap. I think it's going to be a good scrap, man. But I'm not crazy about this fight. I got to say. I ain't going to lie to you. I'll be a liar if I said I'm not crazy. I'm crazy about this fight. I'm not really crazy about this fight so much. But before we get into, because I got more conversation with William Zepeda, which is William Zepeda and Lamont Roach. Before we get into everything going on with the 135 division, I wanted to highlight something real quick with two guys real quick. Once I find it right here. Yep. So I wanted to highlight this. Well, in fact, we can do it back first. So fuck it. Actually, we do that. All right. Word around town too. By the way, since we talking about Lamont Roach, Salvador, Chavez, ESPN, he reports earlier today, this is a rumor. This is a rumor. This ain't locked in or solid. This is a rumor. Let that be known. But they're rumoring with Tank Davis come on his return fight to fight Pitbull CRUZ, and Lamont Roach and William Zepeda to fight on the undercard as the co-main, it's a rumor right now. This ain't set in stone. This ain't locked in 100%. Obviously, the Lamont and the Zepeda fight, that fight is a done deal. We can say that fight is a done deal right now, from what I'm told. Lamont Roach and Zepeda is a done deal. As far as what card is going to be on whatsoever, we don't know. But this is a rumor that Lamont Roach and William Zepeda possibly fighting on the undercard of Tank and Pitbull CRUZ rematch, and the winner of both fights will fight each other. That's the plan right there, which is, Tank Davis, he beats Pitbull CRUZ. Lamont, he beats Zepeda. We'll get the rematch between those guys. Or Tank Davis beats Pitbull CRUZ. Zepeda beats. I don't see a line where Tank will fight William Zepeda 100% though. If Zepeda was to beat Lamont Roach, I don't see that so much. You know what I mean? I just don't see it. Because Tank's looking for logical money fights, and William Zepeda wouldn't be a logical money fight for him. You know what I mean? In particular. But this is the rumor mill right now. As far as this on Tank's return, of course, he still has his legal issues going on. This is the first time I talked about Tank as far as a topic in general in some time, and which we talked about him last night on the interview with my boy Kenneth Bahiri. But you got Tank Davis possibly on his return fight. Everybody's been talking about him possibly fighting Pitbull CRUZ, which is do I like the fight with Pitbull CRUZ as far as the rematch? No, I would rather Tank fight Lamont Roach, but obviously Lamont Roach, they didn't went ahead with the WBC route with William Zepeda, so Tank fighting Pitbull on the comeback, getting him a big bag. You know, Pitbull has a crazy fan base, you know, out of Mexico. The Mexicans, they love some Pitbull CRUZ. And we'll see. We will see what happens, you know, if this is, you know, the motion right here. And, you know, just talking about 135 division right now, everything that's going on with 135 division. I did a video last week on Abdullah Mason, where I reacted to his interview that he had with Fight Hype, and I ran down the whole 135-pound division landscape, where, you know, of course, Abdullah Mason, they're expecting a mandatory fight with him, with Joe Cordina, which is, we'll see that possibly, very soon, coming up in, early summer or, or late spring. Then, of course, the IBF, Raymond Maritala, he's the champion for the IBF. He just beat Andy Cruz. But in recent timing, they ordered Aberbell to fight Lucas Body for the IBF, which Aberbell, he accepted his position. But Lucas Body didn't accept his position for the IBF due to the fact that the WBA, was possibly going to order him and Kid Austin to fight. So instead, they ordered Andy Cruz. So you got Andy Cruz ordered to fight Aberbell in the IBF title eliminator right there. And then just recent timing, Lamar Roach wins the payday for the WBC. And then with the WBA, it was reported from Dan Raphael that the WBA, they were going to order Kid Austin and Williams to pay. They're going to order Kid Austin and Lucas Body this week. So we should be hearing some news about the WBA. The WBA, they sending out some orders this week, possibly ordering Shakram Giasov and Rolly Romero as well, along with Armando Resendez with McNamara, with Beck the Bully. So, this is the 135 landscape right now, man, where it's a lot of parity with the landscape. A lot of new faces, a lot of unfamiliar names in this division. Some of the guys that's, some of the top guys at 135 been going up to 140. So a lot of shit going on. And I wanted to show this tweet, man, from my dog, Albert Bell, too, that I seen earlier, man, that I found real intriguing from him right here. I just wanted to highlight my brother, man, from Toledo, Ohio. My boy Albert Bell, he said, it's crazy. Boxing let anybody with a phone and an X account become an analyst. Engagement doesn't equal knowledge. Half these people don't know a fish hook from a left hook. Hire real analysts, retired fighters, coaches. The sport needs real boxing minds, not social media folks right here. So I found Albert Bill, man, because Albert don't be on Twitter that much. That's my brother, man. Of course, we had a conversation with Albert Bill a couple weeks ago on the channel. You know what I mean? Albert Bill, you know what I'm saying? He don't be on X, but then I know you be seeing what's out there with a lot of these fans and stuff, because Twitter, man, it's a savage place for boxing, bro. Savage place, man. A lot of random ass people on Twitter talking boxing, and half of them people don't know what the fuck they talking about. So I understand 100% what Albert Bill is talking about right here on this tweet right here for sure, because there's a lot of fraud ass boxing fans out there that posted content. They only fans of fighters in particular. You know what I'm saying? Like let me do this. Let me do this. Let me turn it up a little bit. Like this motherfucker. Let me show this. Let me highlight this, because I had this for a couple of days and I ain't do this yet, but I'm gonna do it now. Like this motherfucker right here. Like this motherfucker. Bella Faye talking about Ryan Garcia's a cheater. His Oscar levels were high enough to make a clear difference in the fight. You're just dumb. Like motherfuckers like this, don't know the sport for real. Don't know what the fuck they talking about. Just talking out the side of their neck. Only a fan of a fighter, not a fan of the sport, and it's proven every day when we see these type of people in the chats and we see them on Twitter and all of that shit. You know what I mean? Fans of boxing, fans of fighters. They only fans of fighters. They're not fan of the sport. Because if you ask a person like Miss Bella Faith right here, if you ask her who the champion is at 126, she probably can't name them. If you ask her who's the top 10, top 15 at 135, she probably wouldn't even be able to name them. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So That's why I said I don't be paying these people no mind on here, bro. Like that is like a lot of these dudes and this dude, female, whatever the hell she want to call herself, like just they fans of fighters. They're not real fans of the sport right here. And you know, that's exactly what my man Albert Bell was talking about on that tweet right there, man, for sure. You heard? You know what I mean? So crazy. Let me go ahead and scroll up real quick. My boy Malaza, he said WBC, yeah. They said that it wasn't an actual order. Zepeda and Roach pushed for it. And salute to my boy Thrill Hill, man. What's popping with my dog, man? Seattle's finest. My boy OTB was popping, brother. Yeah, most definitely appreciate it, brother, man. Make sure, man, after the show, y'all watch the interview with my guy Kenneth Bahiri, man. Amazing interview for real. Real shit. And $5 super chat for Mr. Boxing Hacker. He said, Cam, see how you're not talking crazy about Tank and Lamont not fighting each other directly like you did Devin and Ryan? Proof of bias hate of Dev. No. You want to know what happened? Because you didn't even obviously hear the conversation. Obviously, Mr. Lamont Roach and William Zepeda, they pushed for them to fight for the vacant WBC. So how can I sit there and push for Tank to fight Lamont Roach when Lamont Roach is already pushing to fight another guy? Just like your guy. How can I push Ryan Garcia to fight Devin Haney when Devin Haney's currently pushing to fight Rolly Romero? You just really put yourself in a corner with that dumbass super chat. That was just stupid. that super chat totally went off schedule for you right there. Dumbass. The Hacker's a dumbass. He said, Dodger said they can't stop Rolly for whooping Dev. Hey, Dodger is on that shit right now. Salute to my boy Lee Jackson and Dodger Dale, man. He said that damn Beth head, bro. That is, bro. I promise you, bro. That is. Ryan is a cheater. Like always crying and shit. Just some hoe ass niggas, man. So salute to my nigga Enigma, man. What's poppin', bro? What's poppin'? Romeo the plug was good, bro. That boy Cash Crypto said hack job, man. Dead ass. Hey, and the crazy part, Hacker act like he ain't been on the channel and been on the panel with me when I'm telling him that I want to fight with Tank and Lamont Roach next. When you got Lamont Roach clearly not even going the Tank way. He's going to fight William fucking Zepeda, bro. Like, make this make sense. Nigga, hey, exactly, bro. 2 years later, they still crying about Austrian like some hoes, bro. Like, y'all ain't even trying to fight this man. Like, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. But let me highlight something too right here. So with this next topic right here, I wanted to definitely, talk about this real quick because I found this really, really intriguing right here with Mr. Xander Zayed. So let me roll the clip on this right here. Find it. Boom.
Engaging conversation with Josh Kelly and his team. Just to put it easy, he does not want to fight.
Wow.
He just doesn't want to fight. I mean, we told him for the right money, we'll go to England. If not, come to Puerto Rico. We have a date for you. We both fought in the same date. It was supposed to be an easy conversation. He does not want to fight. He just doesn't. And that's just that. I can't make people fight me,
Right.
Now we have this weird thing with Boots and Virgil with the court and suing and Virgil and Golden Boy suing each other.
Right.
All of that. Still waiting on what's gonna happen. Supposedly they should make a fight happen. We don't know yet. Haney also called me out. We also engaged conversation with Haney. He is open to fight, but obviously, like everybody, for the right money. And he's open to come to Puerto Rico because again we have a date set in the island. But some of these guys, they're not willing to play ball. They're willing to go on social media and say I want to fight.
Yeah, they're hiding behind reasons.
It's simple to go on social media and say, oh, I want to fight everybody. And then when the conversations come by, I'm like, oh, I don't really want to do it. That's why I don't do all the social media stuff because I try to make things happen the right way.
Peter, what do we think of the state of where
look,
things are at right now?
Before Xander became champion, like 18 months ago,
Mhm.
maybe, when we got a phone call. Would you fight Virgil Ortiz in Saudi for X amount of dollars? 10 seconds, yes. They went and fought Machimov. 6 months later, when we were now the mandatory for Fundora, he literally gave up his title. He had the WBO title. He gave it up
to not fight
Xander. And he can say what he wants, but we were offered to fight him in San Francisco at Alcatraz for X amount of dollars.
And in Vegas, too.
And in
I
Vegas.
accepted
He
both
said
fights.
yes. We didn't even negotiate the money. It was good money. Yes. The opportunity. You're the champion. We know we got to come fight you. Vacated the belt.
That's crazy.
So it isn't like Xander.
They would
Xander
rather
is the
vacate the
only
belt than not fight.
And that's what I'm saying. It's easy to go on social media, your manager, your team, and say, "Oh,
I'm making that fight."
Xander doesn't want to do this," and I'm willing to play ball. But like, I'm willing to play ball, but you guys have to play ball with me too. I can't just do everything.
Right.
Like,
yeah,
I have to make the negotiations. I have to sell the fight. I have to come on now. Let's talk boxing. Let's talk real, actual fighting.
Mhm.
It's easy to just go on social media and say I want to fight.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, like your star has never been bigger. Like you were just on a hundreds of millions of people stage after winning your.
Right there. So that was Mr. Xander Zayas right there, man, speaking about his negotiations with Josh Kelly, and speaking about Devin Haney. Said that they talked to Devin Haney a little bit and said that Devin Haney was willing to go to Puerto Rico and stuff, but then talk about the money. Talking about Devin Haney wants more money. If y'all ain't reading the context on what he said for us, that with Devin Haney right there. And spoke about his situations with Virgil Ortiz Jr., where Virgil Ortiz Jr., tried to big dog him. We talked about that on the channel a couple months ago, where Virgil Ortiz and Xander Zayas negotiating, where Virgil was trying to big dog him as the A side and everything. And Xander, like I said before, Xander was down to fight Virgil, but Virgil moved on to go fight Erickson Lubin at that time. You know what I mean? And then spoke about Josh Kelly, saying that Josh Kelly doesn't want to fight in particular. And I wanted to add some context, and I found it like crazy with Xander too, because Josh Kelly and Xander, they had a back and forth on Twitter yesterday, which I said, bro, it be going down on Twitter, bro. That is. So the boy, Xander, he don't, like he said, he don't do too much talking for us, Twitter and everything, you feel me? And this what Josh Kelly response to when he seen that clip from Mr. Xander Zayas right here, where Josh Kelly, let me take this banner down real quick. So he says, this is some lies here. Number one, my promoter is the only one making offers to you, which is Josh Kelly saying that Eddie Hearn and his team is the one that's making an offer, not Xander Zayas and his team. And then he said, number two, we are willing to come to the U.S. to make the fight. Then he says, for three, I've been told categorically you said you will not come to England. And then he says, number four, Matchroom and DAZN have a setup on TV Top Rank don't have at the moment. And then he says, so I'm smelling someone sees an easier fight elsewhere for some money or has overpriced himself on purpose just to look at different options. Now, you all could have boxed Bakram. Nobody jumped at that chance except me, and I went and beat the boogeyman, so no way would I be refusing any fights with the likes of Zayas. So you got Josh Kelly saying that all them guys at 154 were scared to fight Bakram, and he the one who chose to fight him, which is, you got to add context to that. It took 2 tries for Josh Kelly to fight Bakram. The first time, Josh Kelly refused. That's just the fact of the matter. He refused at first. You know what I mean? It took for Bakram to, get pulled out of negotiations from, with Erickson Lubin, because Erickson Lubin chose to go and fight motherfucking Virgil Ortiz for the IBF to order Josh Kelly and Bachram and them negotiate the fight and get the fight done. That's what it took. You know what I mean? Josh Kelly basically damn near pretty much got forced to fight Bachram because he got ordered with the IBF. You know what I'm saying? Josh Kelly, that first time around in negotiations, he wasn't trying to fight Bachram. That's the God honest truth that Josh Kelly didn't add context into his tweet. But obviously, yes, he did beat him. He beat Bachram. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And with this negotiations, he's basically saying that they're the ones that's making the offers. You know, he hasn't got an offer from Xander Zayas, and said that they're willing to come to the U.S. and says that Xander Zayas isn't willing to come to England to fight him, and saying that with Top Rank not having a TV deal, Matchroom and the Zone already have a date and everything set for them if they want to get it going. So adding more context to it, Xander Zayas responds. He says, 2 weeks ago, Top Rank approached Matchroom, and we are still waiting on a formal yes from you. 2, this is the first time I hear you say this, so that's good news. Then 3, false. Your own promoter was the one that told us that the economics don't work in the UK. Then 4, he says, we have a date, a venue, and TV in Puerto Rico ready to go, and only waiting on your formal yes. Now that you said yes, he tags Top Rank, Matchroom, Eddie Hearn, and Bob Earl. Let's get this unification done. So Xander Zayas, he responds and let him know, like, yo, we approached your team 2 weeks ago, and we waiting on the yes from y'all. And then, you know, said, this is the first time I'm hearing from you, so it's good news. And then basically saying that Eddie Hearn and Matchroom, they said that the economics isn't good for the fight, for them to put on the fight in the UK on their own. And then, he says, yo, we have a date, venue locked in for Puerto Rico. We just waiting on Josh Kelly to say yes. So looking at both tweets from both guys, in my opinion, it looks to me that Xander Zayas, I believe Xander Zayas more than Josh Kelly, due to past what I mentioned with Josh Kelly, where he was playing around with the Bachram fight. Even after he beat Bachram, when Josh Kelly beat Bachram, Eddie Hearn was the one that said that Josh Kelly was signed to fight Bruce Ennis if Bruce Ennis doesn't fight Virgil Ortiz. But then you seen Josh Kelly's team go on an interview with Ring Magazine after they beat Bachram and say, yes, we're signed to fight Bruce, but we got options now that we won the title and everything. Basically on some scary ass shit, pretty much to me. You know what I'm saying? Basically saying we don't gotta fight Boots. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to fight Boots now that we won the title. We can do what we want. We got other options now, which is, I've told y'all, I wasn't confident in Eddie Hearn getting Boots a Josh Kelly fight in the first place, because Josh Kelly's a UK guy, and we know Eddie Hearn, he loves his UK guys. He loves showing love to them boys. He gonna show love to them boys before a lot of the American fighters any day. And it's been proven facts. This shit's documented how you see he move with his fighters. You know what I mean? And Mr. Josh Kelly, he responded. This guy on Twitter said, Zayas is better than Bachram, you dumb fuck. You arguably had a draw with him, and Xander is a bigger draw than you, so he's the A side. This has to be done in MSG Puerto Rican weekend, or you're a chicken. Then Josh Kelly responds to this guy saying, I come to Madison Square Garden. No one jumping to fight Bachram. I did, though. And with no network provider with Top Rank, I'm holding some of the main cards in this discussion. So now you're starting to see this shit play out a lot more with Xander and Josh Kelly on who's telling the truth and who's not, who's capping and who's keeping it factual right here. And you got Josh Kelly, he acting like he the fucking A-side in this shit now. He acting like he got 2 titles, like he the unified champion at 154. Like, did I miss something here? Like, and he keep mentioning, talking about, I jumped to fight Bachram and nobody else did. Who gives a flying fuck? What do you fighting Bachram got to do with negotiating this fight? obviously the man Xander Zayas said they got everything locked in. The date, venue, place, Puerto Rico and everything, TV, network and everything. They got all of that shit situated. They waiting on you to say yes. Where's your yes at, Josh Kelly? Where's your yes at? Why is all this extra talking and shit on Twitter? You see, the person that's talking the most is the motherfucker that's capping to me. And Xander, he made that one tweet and he didn't say shit after that. Josh Kelly, he added again right here. Motherfucker say, you cap. Then Josh Kelly says, never do. We made the offer, never had one from Top Rank. They said no to the UK stadium out there and says, we said we're willing to go to the US, show out for your guys. So my thing is with Josh Kelly, you never responded to this tweet right here that Xander had, technically. Like, you never responded to him. This is who you need to be responding to. You responded to these random ass boxing Twitter dudes on Twitter. You need to be responding to Xander. Xander's waiting for you to say yes while you over here talking about, oh, I didn't fought Bakram. Nobody else didn't want to fight Bakram. I hold the main cards and this shit. For one, Xander is the A side in this situation because he has 2 titles and you only have 1. So I don't know why Josh Kelly is acting like he the big dog and shit. He getting a little bit too cocky over there. Too cocky for his own good right here. You know what I mean? Like, Josh Kelly, you ain't no fucking A side in this shit, bro. Xander and Top Rank, they got shit locked in. You need to say yes and lock the fucking fight in. Let's see this unification. Josh Kelly is the person that's holding up this fight right now, clearly right now, in particular with Xander Zayas and Josh Kelly, doing all the talking, but not want to sign the paper. Like, all of the extra shit right here, man. And the crazy part, like I said the other day on the show, I don't even like talking about like the fights in this particular where we breaking down what each guy's saying and everything in between negotiations and stuff. We just want to see the fight locked in, and then we get to talk about the fight on who's gonna win. That's what we want to do. But we don't get to do that with this new era, man, because so many of these fighters, like we always be talking about, man. So we in the diva era. A lot of these fighters is fucking divas, bro. They real life divas in this shit, man. And this shit just be nasty work, bro. It real life be nasty work for real. My boy Cash Crypto, he said, I've been saying what? He said, I've been saying fuck what a motherfucker say on social media. The peoples who teams are actually contacting people to make fights are the ones that really want to fight. Facts. And that's my thing. That's why I gotta say this. That's why I love PBC, because a lot of they fights that they get locked in, they're locking the shit in behind the scenes. They ain't telling every niche of news happening in negotiation out there like the other promoters are. You know what I'm saying? The other promoters is putting their business out in interviews on Twitter and stuff like that. PBC keep their shit close to the muscle. And when it's time to to drop the news, then they drop the news. But and then a lot of these guys like Xander, he a guy, he ain't trying to talk too much back and forth with Josh Kelly. He just want to make the fight. You got Josh Kelly doing all the talking. Fuck all the talking, man. Say yes to the fight and get it cracking. Like, all the weird shit is irrelevant, man. Salute to my nigga J, man. What's popping, my brother, man? Cincinnati up. You already know, man. He said Josh Kelly talking that shit. Yeah, he talking crazy, bro. He talking mad crazy, bro. OTB said, gotta give it to Xander. Yeah, man. Xander is the one that look like he wants to fight the most between those two guys right now. You know what I mean? Josh Kelly, he on some weird timing right now, bro. He on some weird timing right there. Salute to my boy Dragon, man. What's popping, bro? Thanks. The boy Castro, they said Eddie played Bakram out that belt, in my opinion. He definitely did. He definitely did. Because you got to look at it with Bakram. Bakram didn't fight since he fought Tim Tszyu in 2024 going into that fight with Josh Kelly. So he was like a year and a couple of months removed from fighting. So I remember when we was talking about that fight in the journal where we like, shit, Bakram, man, the inactivity from Bakram in the past year, that's something a little weary going into that fight. And I think Josh Kelly with the matchmaking, in Matchroom, they knew that they can probably get off on Baccarat to where they finally accepted the fight. You know what I mean? Instead of accepting the fight the first time when they negotiated that shit. Salute to my boy Blue. What's popping, bro? What's popping, man? Yeah, man. So in general, man, overall, I hope this fight gets done. With Xander Zayas and Josh Kelly, unification at 154. You know what I'm saying? Josh Kelly got to stop the cat, man. Get this shit going, dog. Get this shit going. And I briefly wanted to dab into this too, since we talking about 154, which I did a video on this yesterday, man, screaming free Virgil Ortiz Jr., man. Free Virgil Ortiz Jr. right now. It's real nasty work to see this in 4K with Golden Boy, with, you know, they're holding up Virgil Ortiz's career. Virgil Ortiz wants to make the fight with Boots Ennis, and Golden Boy is holding this shit up. You know, just being too egotistic in the situation. Too egotistic in the situation. It's time for Oscar to do your fucking job. And the reason why they ruled in Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy's favor in this case, which I mentioned in the video yesterday, was the fact that they have a fight with the Zone, Golden Boy, March 14th, with, you know, Arnold Barbosa and Kenneth Sims and Oscar Collazo and Gabriela Fundora. They on the card as well next week, which that's a Golden Boy the Zone card. That kept them active as far as their dealings with the Zone. So when it came up to the courts, they basically told, you know, the courts like, yo, we still active with the Zone. We're still negotiating a long-term deal with them and everything. We have a fight that we just put on January 16th, and we got another fight with the Zone March 14th. That keeps us in a loop for us, you know, us still having our business, our deal with the Zone, which the Zone, their COO, he came out, he was on the court case as well, you know, agreeing, saying that, yes, you know, we're still, you know, doing business with Golden Boy right now. And of course, you know, yes, we can confirm that, you know, Virgil Ortiz, on the side of him trying to get out of his Golden Boy deal, he was negotiating a 3-fight deal with Matchroom Boxing, and where Boots was going to be the first fight on that deal if he was able to get out of his Golden Boy situation, which, you know, of course, they ruled in Golden Boy's favor. And it's just nasty work to see this, man. And I wanted to say this too for Virgil in particular. I feel like Virgil Ortiz, I feel like he needs to try to work with these guys. Try to work with Golden Boy, because it shouldn't be no reason why Virgil Ortiz sits on the shelf for a whole entire year, you know, just because, you know, him and Golden Boy, they can't come to a men's own situation as far as him fighting. Like, of course, Virgil's in his prime. You want to stay active. You just fought in November. You know what I mean? And it's sad that Oscar De La Hoya is being so egotistic in this situation to where you wanted more money for the fight. No, we fuck the bro. The numbers is already down with the Zones, with both guys, with Boots and Virgil. It shouldn't be no reason why you trying to up the scale $4 to $10 million more dollars. Like, it shouldn't be that at all. Like, it should be these guys getting in the ring and getting it cracking. Like, motherfucking Oscar De La Hoya is making this more difficult than it should be. Right now, Oscar, you're negotiating a long-term deal with the Zone, and this fight with Boots and Virgil, it was dependent on that. You know what I mean? But it's crazy, bro. It's real like crazy. Salute to my boy KO. He said, Eddie need to be feeding Kelly the Boots in any way. Hey, absolutely. Because even with this situation too, like, I'm still not confident that Eddie gonna give, you know, Kelly up to Boots. I'm still not confident, because like now we're like, okay, Boots got to move on, because this Virgil situation, this shit ain't happening right now, and Boots need to stay active and fight. So it's like, what's the next step for Boots? Who can he fight next? You know, of course, Xander's looking for a fight if Josh Kelly doesn't eventually say yes to the offer that they got on the table. So right now, I would love for Boots to be like, hey, fuck it. Let's go ahead and push our situation with the WBA for us, the interim champion, and push for Xander. You know what I mean? So, and I'm not confident in Josh Kelly for as Eddie Hearn giving Josh Kelly up the boots. I'm just not confident, especially after what Kelly said after they won the title with Bacron, where they were saying, oh, we don't got to fight Boots. We got options now. Like, them boys ain't confident at all. Like, they definitely not confident. And salute to my boy KO. Make sure y'all subscribe to my brother, man. Definitely one of the best in the game doing this shit for sure, you heard. And my boy Don Janelle, hold on, let me pull this clip. This one right here. Oh, shit, he said, Don Janelle, he said, nah, Cam, Virgil shouldn't have had tried to cut him out. Now, I'm with you on it. But the way they was looking at it was the fact that with the contract ending with the zone with Golden Boy December 31st, they looking at it in that particular where like, yo, this contract is up and it's in my contract. If they was done with their TV deal with the zone, I can move on. So that's why he tried to move on. And Virgil trying to make the fight happen with Boots. That's the thing. But then you got fucking Oscar De La Hoya. At first, it was Rick Mirrigan, Virgil's, his manager, where they was outpricing themselves on the whole ordeal. You know what I mean? Being too greedy, just being too greedy, man. You know what I mean? And when Virgil has the money set and everything, make the fight happen, bro. Make the fight happen. And salute to my boy Thrill Hill. He said Virgil lawyers didn't read the fine print. Yeah, obviously, because they didn't look into the situation with Golden Boy having that March 14th date. Which the crazy part, Golden Boy, that March 14th date with Arnold Barbosa and Kenneth Sims, when they were negotiating this deal with this next deal with the zone, they were going to push that fight back to June or July. But then the zone allowed them to keep it. So that's what kept with that time frame threshold. That's what kept Virgil from getting away from Golden Boy right there with the March 14th situation right there for sure. And my boy B-Dog, he said the manager was trying to snake Oscar and they were going about it the wrong way. I don't see it in that way. I don't see now. As far as if you want to say the snake factor, as far as them negotiating with Matchroom and trying to get some going, like you can say it in that factor. But I don't believe that they was like, I don't see it as a snake move from them for real. Like I see it as them trying to make one of the best fights in boxing happen without Oscar doing all the fuck shit. Because Oscar been the main person doing the fuck shit, saying that they need 4 to 6 million and shit like that. Just weird, a whole lot of weird shit, bro. Like a lot of weird shit for real. You know what I mean? And my boy OTB Boxing, he said Josh Kelly boots in Europe could be big, not competitive, but active. Yeah, man, that's if Eddie want to feed them to him. I'm not confident in them feeding them to him. That's just my thing. Yeah, baby. That's just my thing. The Dodger David said, you're not going to let me build your career and try to cut me out the deal. Nah, Virgil deserves what he gets, do good business, and you won't get done like that. Yeah, but vice versa. Oscar has to do good business. You know what I'm saying? Oscar has to do business. They like I said a long time ago, they're not confident in Virgil beating Boots Ennis, so they want the max money they can get for this fucking fight. Just like Oscar wasn't confident in giving Zerto Ramirez up to Ja Opatai. You know what I'm saying? To unify up in the cruiserweight division for so long. You know what I mean? Like the same shit. You know what I'm saying? And Ryan Garcia, what did he have to do to get the Tank fight? He had to go against the wheel and go against the grain on Oscar De La Hoya to get the Tank Davis fight, which we seen Virgil Ortiz trying to do the same damn thing. And then you got to question yourself, why is a lot of these fighters with Golden Boy, that have issues with Golden Boy, why are they trying to get out of their deals? And then you got to question, what contracts is these boys signing? Like even with Ryan Garcia in particular, Ryan Garcia in his fight with Barrios, he was saying that was the last fight on the deal. And then, you got Oscar on record saying that, they got several fights on the deal. And then you got Henry Garcia saying that he don't think that was the last fight on the deal, that he think they had a couple of more obligations to Golden Boy. You know what I mean? So I don't know what these fighters, they got to really tap into their contracts and know the fine print of what they're signing. They really do. They really do. They got to read the room on that shit. And my boy OTB Boxing, he said Oscar wanted Boots, Conor Benn. That's why Conor Benn did. Oh, let me get into that because we're gonna speak about that too real quick because I got something for that shit right there too. Breach of contract, fighters, best interest, Boots get a lawyer. and salute to my family, KC, man, for sure, man. Subscribe to my brother right there, man. Definitely put in that work live every day at 12 p.m. in the afternoon, man, for sure, Eastern time, man. So definitely tap in with my brother right there. And for sure, my other brother right there, Dean by any means. Make sure y'all subscribe to my brother, Dean by any means as well. Had a hell of a show earlier. KQ, he had a hell of a show earlier. You know, I was watching, tapping in with both of my guys. You already know. You feel me? But let me play this clip right here, because I got a clip I want to play speaking about Mr. Boo Sentence right here, which I found this clip very intriguing. I think some of y'all probably seen it on the net today. But let me go ahead and drop this one right here.
Before Conor Ben jumped ship to Zuffa Boxing, why wasn't a fight between him and Ennis being proposed? That fight would have turned him into a star.
Because Eddie was trying to protect Conor and keep him into a star. He didn't
Paulie, you're 100% right, but that's why I say
never been the priority. There's always somebody ahead of him.
Has not been a priority because you got the built-in rivalry, the U.S. versus the U.K. Conor Ben is kind of a sourly guy. He can play the bad guy role. Ennis can play the good guy role. Their styles clash. I don't understand that. They had no problem with throwing Chris Algieri in the ring with Conor Ben. Why don't they throw Conor Ben in the ring with Boots Ennis?
Because Eddie has favorites. But Brett, Eddie has favorites, and unfortunately, Boots ain't it. Boots is the most talented guy there, but he's not. It's a personal favoritism.
It's obvious.
Yes.
So the obvious thing is, why don't they just make an in-house fight and let Boots fight Josh Kelly?
Well, so they were saying.
I don't know if y'all heard him right there, because this is something that I've been saying for the longest right here, as far as Conor Ben in particular. They've been protecting Conor Ben from Boots Ennis for the longest right there. Bradman Edwards was spot on right there, where you seen the order of protection right there. Even like I said with Josh Kelly, I'm not even confident Eddie Hearn giving Josh Kelly the Boots Ennis right there, due to the fact of that situation where you got Conor Ben, a significant name in the Matchroom boxing staple, fighting in the same weight class as Boots Ennis at 147 all that time, and Boots is looking for a big fight. Oh, we looking for a big fight for Boots. We looking for a big fight. Conor Ben right there. You got Conor Ben fighting Chris Eubank Jr. in fights that we don't even give a fuck about. But at the same time, Eddie Hearn won't push Conor Ben to fight Mr. Boots Ennis. Like, make this make sense, bro. Like, I'm going to play that clip again. I want y'all to hear Bradman say this again.
Before Conor Ben jumped ship to Zuffa Boxing, why wasn't a fight between him and Ennis being proposed? That fight would have turned him into a star.
Because Eddie was trying to protect Conor and keep him into a star. He didn't
Paulie, you're 100% right, but that's why I say
never been the priority. There's always somebody ahead of him.
Has not been a priority because you got the built-in rivalry, the U.S. versus the U.K. Conor Ben is kind of a sourly guy. He can play the bad guy role. Ennis can play the good guy role. Their styles clash. I don't understand that. They had no problem with throwing Chris Algieri in the ring with Conor Ben. Why don't they throw Conor Ben in the ring with Boots Ennis?
Because Eddie has favorites. But Brett, Eddie has favorites, and unfortunately, Boots ain't it. Boots is the most talented guy there, but he's not. It's a personal favoritism.
It's obvious.
Yes.
So the obvious thing is, why don't they just make an in-house fight and let Boots fight Josh Kelly?
Well, so they were saying.
Hey, I'm with Bradman 100% with that right there, bro. It makes no sense that we seen Eddie Hearn protect Conor Ben away from Boots Ennis all this damn time, and it leads me to where I'm not confident Eddie Hearn feeding Josh Kelly to Boots Ennis if Boots Ennis wasn't to fight Virgil Ortiz, and if he doesn't fight Xander Zayas. I'm just not that confident at all. You know what I mean? Like, let me see. Scroll up real quick. Let's look at my boy Isaiah, man. What's popping, bro? What's popping? And my sister 2 Cents, make sure y'all subscribe to my sister 2 Cents, one of the best in the game as well doing this shit. She said they don't want the Boots fights, period. And they don't. They showing it with their actions, sis. They showing that shit. They is definitely showing it. My boy J-Man said, nasty work. OTB said, look at the homie Bread. I had Bread on the show before his showtime. Yeah. Bread definitely one of them guys, man, in the sport. That boy Dodger said, I can't listen to Bread, man. He blocked me because I said all his fighters be gashing out because he feed them too much bread. Yeah, that's what got you blocked right there. Yeah, man. Bread, man, definitely one of the guys in the sport that's been, doing this thing, coaching and everything, man. 2 Cents says, Ryan still with Oscar, they do that every fight. Yeah, they do that every fight. It almost made me believe, it's only a promo tactic. Then they're like Tank and Floyd getting into it all that damn time. They was rocking with each other and shit. Because we know they ain't cool no more now, for real. B-Dog said he probably won't mind serving them up now. Dragon, that boy Dragon, he said, I've been saying this from day one about Eddie Hearn, but people have been telling me Hearn is the best promoter. Hey, Hearn, this is crazy, but I've been growing to fuck with Eddie Hearn a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I like some of the shit that he does, but I don't like how Eddie Hearn, how he fucks with the UK fighters over the American fighters. And you're always going to get that because Eddie Hearn is a UK guy. We're going to always see it. We're going to always see that from him. Right there. My boy KQKC said Eddie is having a bad year so far. Man, for real. Getting his fighters took it from Zuffa, all of that shit. Shit nasty out here. It's nasty out here. And the boy, Mr. Boxer Hacker, said Cam hoping Xander versus Boots, but let Dev fight. And Cam would be crying and said Dev is cherry picking. For one, y'all the one that said that Xander Zayas was fooled. I'm going off of what y'all said. If he's fooled, then why can't I say that y'all cherry picking if y'all say that Devin Haney says that Mr. Xander Zayas is fooled? Make this make sense. Like, you put your foot in your mouth every time. Like, this dummy. This the dummy. This say you scared of the Ryan fight. How about that? How about fucking that? Cash Crypto said Hearn is a good promoter for his UK guys. Absolutely. That's it. That's it. That is absolutely it right there. He focuses on the UK guys, and he does the bare minimum for his American fighters, for real. You know what I mean? Like, Boots Ennis, that's a talent that you're supposed to push as damn near your top guy, your staple. You're supposed to be rocking with him more than damn near anybody in your staple. And if Josh Kelly got that title, man, give Boots that fucking title. Go ahead and make that boy Boots fight Josh Kelly. Take that title over and do his thing at 154. Why are you holding up Boots Ennis? Like, make it make sense. Like, that shit doesn't make sense at all whatsoever. At all. And all right, so switching gears, man. I gotta talk about this from today. Gotta talk about this real quick with Mr. Ja Obata. This was a big story in boxing today, right here, with Salvador Chavez from ESPN again reporting that the IBF has requested Ja Obata to make a decision on the title, whether he's going to be fighting for this weekend. Either he can defend the IBF title Sunday, or he can fight for that Zuffa belt and give up that IBF title. IBF is saying that they will not allow him to fight for both. So the IBF, they putting their foot down. And I told you, the IBF, they playing no games with none of these guys out here, man. Right here. Ja Obata, and I told y'all this shit was going to happen with Ja Obata. Told y'all. Him fighting over there, signing with Zuffa, is not going to allow that boy to become undisputed. Because now him wanting to fight for this dumbass Zuffa belt, going to get his damn IBF belt stripped from him. And I just seen a little interview with him where, he was on Talk Sport Boxing where, he made it known saying that After this fight Sunday, he wants to fight for undisputed. Well, shit. If you fighting for that Zuffa belt, you ain't gonna be having that IBF, and you ain't gonna be fighting for shit but a Zuffa belt. You're gonna be only defending that Zuffa strap from now on. And this is why I said fighters like Ja Obata that's champions shouldn't be going over there to Zuffa, because it's a whole divide right now with the sanctioning bodies with Zuffa starting this boxing league right here. It's a big ass divide with this shit right now. And it makes no entire sense for Ja Obata to have aspirations of unifying up and becoming undisputed, and for him to sign with Zuffa where they make you fight the first official title fight for Zuffa in the cruiserweight division there. Makes no absolute sense to me right here. Like it's pure stupidity right here, because them guys, they want Zuffa, they want Ja Obata to say fuck that belt, fuck the sanctioning bodies. They want Ja Obata to give up that IBF and focus on defending the Zuffa belt if he beats Brandon Glennon this Sunday. That's what they want. And Ja, I don't know why he has this belief that this IBF is serious, bro. You know how fast they took that title away from Bud Crawford after they mandated him to fight Boo Sanders. They took that title away from him ASAP. The IBF don't be playing around with these boys. And Ja Obata over here want to fight for this dumbass Zuffa belt, and he gonna lose out on what he really wants. And I said this about these guys was fighting over there with Zuffa. You got Zuffa, they're putting out there pushing that the Zuffa belt is the belt to fight for in boxing. That's the belt, the best belt in boxing. We only valuing the Zuffa belt. Fuck the sanctioning bodies. That's what they're saying. Knowing that the casual fan, a lot of the hardcore fans, they look at the 4 sanctioning body belts as the real belts. Basically, if you are a champion holding that 4 sanctioning body belt, you the real champion in the sport. They looking at the Zuffa belt like it's a fucking fake ass tag team championship type WWE belt over there. Like I said, this is just a stupid ass move for Ja Obata. And on top of that, he's not even on a 1-fight deal with Zuffa like Conor Ben. He signed for a long-term deal. Whether that's 3, 4, 5 fights. You know what I'm saying? I understand Ja, he wanted to stay active. You know what I'm saying? Where he wanted to stay active and keep working and stuff and everything. And he believed Eddie Hearn wasn't able to get him to fight with Zurdo Ramirez, even though I feel like that situation ain't Eddie Hearn's fault. It's more so the fault of Oscar De La Hoya, because Oscar De La Hoya been protecting Zurdo Ramirez away from Ja Obata this whole entire time. You know what I mean? So this situation, real live nasty work, man, and it shows you how in that this promotional war is like going crazy. Like the promotional war in boxing right now is going crazy right now. And I wanted to add context into that. Like you got the promotional war with Queensberry. Right now they're suing Sella and TKO for $1 billion. You got Don King suing Sella for the Michael Hunter and Big Baby Miller fight that they was trying to to lock in months ago. You got Zuffa taking away Conor Ben away from Mr. Eddie Hearn. You got Top Rank over there. A lot of this is going to just name the guys. Top Rank, Queensberry, Matchroom, Golden Boy, all of those guys was the guys that took money from Turkey Al-Sheikh. They took the money from Turkey Al-Sheikh to fund their events, pay their fighters to fight on Ring Magazine cards, etc. Even you want to add PBC for us, giving their fighters to fight on cards, but Turkey Al-Sheikh hasn't funded a PBC card. PBC is the only ones that stood 10 toes down in this shit, where they're saying, yo, we doing our thing. Yeah, we may not be fighting, having 12, 14 events a year, but we got 6, 8 events throughout the year. We doing our thing. We don't need Turkey's money. We back behind by Amazon Prime. We good over here. While you got the other promoters, Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren, Bob Earl, Oscar De La Hoya, all of them taking money from Turkey Al-Sheikh, you know what I'm saying, for to fund their business, fund their events. And you see with Queensberry right here, they fucked. They saying that they lost out a lot of money with Turkey Al-Sheikh because Turkey Al-Sheikh basically said, fuck Queensberry. We ain't fucking with them. Yeah, we'll take our fighters to fight on our cars and shit like that, but they basically said fuck them guys. And Turkey, he's the same guy that said in the beginning of this, where he mentioned that when he started Zuffa boxing up, he said that he was gonna kill the competition. And that's the whole motive. They trying to kill the competition. Guys that's got aspiring contracts, they gotta watch their contracts because you got Zuffa and Dana White and Turkey Al-Sheikh, they going to grab some of their fighters right now. You know what I mean? And that's why I said the promotional war in boxing has always been in play, for many years among, PBC, Golden Boy, Matchroom, and Queensberry and Top Rank. But now with Zuffa added to the situation, it's making the promotional war even more crazier now. Because now you got these other companies, they got to join together to go against Turkey Al-Sheikh. So now that's why you see, PBC, mixing it up, doing events with, Top Rank and, Golden Boy, where they're mixing up into events, having their fighters fight each other, you know what I'm saying? Which they should have been doing this shit a long fucking time ago. Like the fucked up part, the only great thing that Turkey did in this game in particular was him coming to the game and try to fuck the game up and build, their status for tourism in Saudi Arabia by having these promoters join together and work together in certain events and shit like that. That's the best thing he's done. But other than that, it's been a shit show. It's been a shit show. Turkey hasn't done crazy shit in the game that is significant at all. When we come back to reality and think about it, you look at the events that he's thrown. A lot of events that Turkey Al-Sheikh has thrown, he has flopped. He has flopped. Even like this, for instance, right here, too. Like this right here, this card that's on Netflix right here. Trash ass card. For it to be Netflix, this is a trash ass card right here. Conor Ben is the co-main, the Tyson Fury and Magmadov right here. You got, Rick Porhe right here fighting in this fight. And Frazier, Clark, Justice Huney. That's a good, decent little fight for heavyweight. Decent fight, not crazy though. Not a crazy all-out banger though, which it could be a banger in that fight. And then, even with the prelims right here. Now, I mean, look at Troy Williamson. Yeah, we're familiar with him. You may be familiar with a couple of names on for us, the prelims. But for this to be a Netflix card, this card is trash as fuck. And it shows you the prime example with Turkey Al-Sheikh, where I've been telling y'all, he pick and choose the fights that he wants to put on. Like this shit right here, trash as hell for Netflix. This ain't gonna translate for the casual fans to watch on Netflix. The only people that's gonna be watching this shit is the people in the UK and us hardcore fans that's around the world. Us hardcore fans, yeah, we'll be watching this night, but the casual fans ain't gonna be watching Tyson Fury fight Magmadov. The casual fans don't know Conor Ben. Last night, I literally asked my brother Kenneth Bohiri last night on the show, how did he feel about Conor Ben signing with, Zuffa and that situation, him leaving Eddie Hearn? And my man, Kenneth Bohiri, literally laughed and he was like, Conor Ben a star now? He asked that if Conor Ben was a star. And I'm like, shit, he's a star in the UK, but here in the States with the, the hardcore and the casual fans, a lot of people don't know him. You know what I'm saying? And, it was funny because that went over a lot of people's head in that conversation with Kenneth Bohiri last night too. Because he was like, damn, when Conor Ben become a star? Why is Conor Ben getting all of this, published and, and all of this talk? Because people never was talking about Conor Ben. We ain't been talking about Conor Ben, heavy until recent time and with knowing that he signed a 15 million one fight deal with Zuffa. Which I'm still not, off of that number. First, I heard it was 10. Then they boosted to 15. I think it's a marketing strategy with Zuffa with that shit. I think the number probably ain't even that 100% in my opinion for real. But like I was saying with this Zuffa war, right? I mean, with this war with promotional companies right now, it's a wild ass war right now than it ever has been. And the guys like my boy D1, he been saying it for the previous month. D1 said these other promoters got to do their fucking job. You know what I mean? And it comes down to where, yes, they got to do their fucking job. When it come up to matches like Boots and Virgil, it shouldn't take Turkey on the sheet to come in and make that fight. When the zone has the money there, you know what I'm saying? Golden Boy and Matchroom should be able to make that fight with ease and make that shit happen with them being under the same stable under the zone. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be a problem with PBC making a fight happen with Tank Davis and Lamont Rhodes or Tank Davis and Shakur, or it shouldn't be problems. Like some of these big fights that we've been clamoring for as boxing fans out here, these boxing promoters outside of Zuffa, Dana White, and Turkey Al Sheik, they got to make these fights happen and build this sport and can keep the shit going. But I do want to say this to add context too. Boxing ain't going no fucking where. Boxing ain't dead. Boxing is the oldest sport in history, and boxing is always going to stay going. Yes, Zuffa's into the game now, so they add in some flair to the game with what they're bringing and staying active, having a card every 2-3 weeks. You know what I mean, staying active, which is good. We need more, morale in the sport for us, more action in the sport from other companies. But like, my brother Dean said on his show earlier, and like I've been saying, and 2 Cents, KO, Jag Queen, all of us, we've been saying it. Zuffa's ain't shit but another fucking side of a street in boxing. And that's why I said these other promoters, they got to work against that shit. They got to work against them boys on this shit and put that work in behind the scenes and make shit happen, man. They really, truly do. And I believe they can. And you see right now, they're literally doing so up on their eyes. Like you're seeing PBC working with Top Rank and Golden Boy, where even with May 2nd, that May 2nd card, that's you're going to see PBC and Golden Boy fighters on the card. Probably see a Top Rank fighter or two on the card. You know what I mean? So like you're seeing these guys working together. You know what I'm saying? They're definitely working together, and they just got to work together to outmatch it. My big thing that I would love for them to do is if they were all under one network, for as Golden Boy, Top Rank, and PBC. If they was under Amazon Prime, or they were all up under ESPN, or they were all up under Netflix or something like that. You feel me? They were all under one network. This shit would be perfectly fine. They'd be able to work against a lot of shit over there with Dana and Zuffa if they was to make that move. But currently you got Top Rank. They're renegotiating with ESPN on a new deal. And then Golden Boy, they're renegotiating their deal long term with the Zone. And then, PBC, they still doing their thing with Amazon Prime. And, just to, go off of the rumors, like, y'all can stop dead. Like, the rumors are like, oh, PBC, they don't have it. Like, I hear guys say PBC don't have a network when we clearly know they're with Amazon Prime. Like nothing's going, nothing's been done different from PBC at all. You know what I mean? So, like I was saying, these guys, they got to get their shit together, bro. It's time to get their shit together for real. Like, they got to lock in and get their shit together and, make these fights happen right here, bro. And, all right, so speaking on this main topic, let's get to this main topic with Ryan and Rolly right here. So, Ryan, Rolly, and Devin, which we dropped the video yesterday breaking down the whole, drama between these three guys. Of course, this past weekend, Devin Haney was at the Navarrete and Sugar Nunez fight where he expressed that he wants to fight Ryan Garcia next. Then, of course, Ryan Garcia went on Twitter where he put out a series of tweets saying that he wants to fight Devin Haney, and they was going back and forth about who's going to be the A side in the fight and everything. Devin Haney saying that he's number one pound for pound. He's number one in the 147 rankings, and he's in the pound for pound list and shit, which I've been told y'all, pound for pound list don't make you no motherfucking A-side in the fight. Like, that's just dumbass logic. You know what I mean? But you see right here, recent timing, man. Bill Haney, of course, when I in the video I expressed and told y'all that, right now, Devin Haney, Bill Haney, they're negotiating a fight with Rolly Romero, where you see Bill Haney on the tweet right here saying, just got off the phone with Louis the Cubas. Rolly, the ball's back in your court. May 30th, Shebo is coming. You know what I'm saying? I ain't calling that boy no fucking Debo. So, so he said, got off the phone with Louis the Cubas. The ball is in Rolly court right there. And then, of course, Mr. Rolly Romero, he respond back to Bill Haney and Devin saying that Devin's daddy is going to be real sad on May 30th right here. So it's in full play, man, as far as these guys right here, bro. You know what I mean? It's full play with Rolly and Devin. Like, it looks like this fight is on the way. It's on the way more than the Ryan fight right now. And I salute to my boy D1 for sending this the other day to me, because I played this in a video yesterday too. Was I wanted to play what Bill said on this podcast yesterday morning.
Bill, hey, listen, we've worked with everybody, and it would be both an honor and a privilege and a pleasure to get in there and face one of those PBC champions. You dig? So that's what we work.
So you got Bill Haney right there. Bill Haney saying that, hey, them and Rolly, they negotiate. Saying that they negotiating and saying that, they're gonna rock with PBC on this event and everything. So let me go and drop this link for y'all real quick. And y'all could come up and we can go ahead and go up on this one. So the link is pinned, about to be pinned now. And while we do that, the link is open. Y'all can come up on the panel and chop it up with your boy. Y'all already know the vibes. And while we do that, I'm gonna go and play this shit from Devin too, from inside the ring right here.
Has to be realistic in these negotiations. I'm not here to just take anything to get back. Whatever. Ryan Garcia, when the ball was in his court, he didn't make weight. He showed up with a positive drug test. It was all over the place. So, we're not going to do it like that time around. We're going to do it the right way. And, so if he doesn't want to do it the right way, then we'll move on. Like I said, we'll go on to fight the guy that beat him, and the guy that he doesn't want to rematch. He's not screaming Rolly's name. That's true. So, like I said, if that is the case, then we go on and we fight Rolly. And if Ryan Garcia wants to get realistic, then we can make that fight happen now or later. Reach out to us, and what a solid offer, something that made sense for me and my team. And now we're starting to negotiate, but we haven't really heard from Rolly this over since the Ryan Garcia fight. So I didn't take it personal. He can say what he want to say. The world knows that I'm Debo for a reason, because I'm the guy pulling up on everyone and wanting to make the biggest, best fights happen. So the duck talk is for somebody else, not for me.
Let me do something. Real quick, man. Let me do something. Let's start.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
Even further.
What's up, man? Yo, this punk motherfucker throwing shit at us, man. I smell something, man. You smell something? I definitely smell something in my hair. I smell pussy. Yo, he's a pussy, man. Stick his ass.
That joint failed to play, Cam.
It did.
It said browser failed to play.
But it might have just been for me. I don't know.
But yeah, it's probably with you when you was coming in on the back
no
right
doubt,
there.
no
Yeah.
doubt, no doubt.
Yeah, them boys right now, bro. Like Devin saying that he wants to make the biggest fight in boxing happen. Well, everybody's saying the biggest fight in boxing happening is Ryan and Devin. Nobody's saying it's Devin and Rolly. You're choosing Rolly over Ryan right now in 4K. And you know what I'm saying? That you're not showing me that you want the rematch by choosing to fight Rolly. That's just the fact of the matter, man.
Real shit,
what
bro.
What you think about it, D?
I think Ryan declared war on the Haneys on his live stream joint. He was kind of disrespectful in that joint too. Like the shit he was saying was kind of wild.
He been disrespectful the whole time, bro. Like Ryan been disrespectful the whole time to the Haneys, saying they pussy, saying that he gonna retire them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Talking mad reckless. Like I just don't get the logic of the Haneys of them not wanting to go get that back when you got Ryan out here talking reckless.
They're in their mind.
They're still gonna get back though. You act like
no, hold up. In their mind, they think getting Rolly first, or whatever they're saying. You buy that shit, Hacker, because you're his fan. We don't buy that shit. We don't think he's gonna fight Ryan. He's clearly fucking choosing Rolly when the fight could be made next for the summertime. Ryan's ready.
I mean, you can say the same thing about Tank Lamar. No. Right?
You can't say that. See, that's where you wrong, Hacker. You can't say it's the same because it's not the same because of Lamar Roach. He chose to fight fucking Williams Zepeda.
You can't say it's the Ryan chose to fight Shakur Stevenson. What are you talking about? But Lamar Roach was clearly on the horn trying to fight Tank for a long time. We're not going to
Ryan choose?
Huh? Ryan chose to fight Shakur Stevenson.
Who's Ryan calling out right now, currently?
Nobody. He called out Shakur. Well, first of all, he called out Shakur after the fight.
Hacker, don't get kicked off.
No, hold on. Let's tell the truth.
Don't be lying, bro.
Let's tell the
truth. Bitch, though.
I ain't in the mood for the lion shit right now.
Haney fans throwing. Look at how much fear Ryan strikes into this, bro. Well, listen, fucking bro, we got Haney fans throwing fucking Shakur in front of Ryan, and we got Shakur fans throwing Haney in front of Ryan too.
Ryan called out Shakur.
Both you guys scared as shit.
It was not Haney.
It's crazy,
by himself. Don't even do that. Nobody would do anything Ryan would ever call out Shakur. Ryan called out Shakur.
No, let me hear my brother Blue, man. What's good, Blue, man? What you think about this, bro? What you think about the Ryan Rolly and Devin situation?
Devin is ducking Ryan, bro. They were in negotiation. They were beginning this. They were starting the negotiations, and that's the fight that they were clamoring for. That first, Ryan was saying that he didn't want the fight, because it was a bigger to fight Shakur. He could spin the block, come back to Devin, and then all of a sudden, Ryan wins his belt, and then next thing you know, Ryan's like, this and that. He kind of flip flops a little bit. And then, Devin and them realize that they're messing up. They need to basically go get this fight with Ryan. Don't let Shakur get this fight over Devin. You see what I'm saying? With Ryan.
Right.
And next thing you know, this man basically goes out of his way. I mean, you hear Rolly, because they really wanted to fight Rolly. Devin wanted to fight Rolly from the jump when he moved up to 147. He wanted Rolly. So a lot of people forget this. You see what I'm saying? So that's
some context. That's some context right there. People, that's context right there, Blue. That you just said. That's context that people don't want to talk about 100%.
Exactly.
After fucking Devin beat Brian Norman Jr., they talking about Rolly the whole damn time. They won't even talk about Ryan.
Hold on, wait. You got to put the whole
boxing here. Hold on a second. Let me finish.
They were never talking that Ryan shit.
No, they weren't. And then so
they didn't want Ryan.
So to make a long story short, they get in negotiations. I think they kind of felt pressured into it. You know what I'm saying? Not pressured, but they felt the heat on them. So therefore, they was like, let's go ahead and just start negotiating with Ryan, get it out the way, because that's what everybody wants. And you heard Bill on all kind of platforms saying, if that's the fight that everybody wants, because at first he was saying no, that's the fight everybody wants. That's the fight we're going to take. So anyways, takes the fight. They start negotiating, and then all of a sudden, Rolly wants to get out of his mandate, out of his mandatory. So therefore, Rolly's like, you know what? I don't want to fight him. I have a short amount of time. I'm just gonna go ahead and fight Devin Haney. We can unify, do what we got to do. I can make more money with this fight. You see what I'm saying? And when you unify, that trumps Mando's. So therefore, all of a sudden,
the Mando has already been ordered, though. The Mando for that belt's been ordered fucking a very long time ago. People been paying shop step aside since.
Well, right now, WBA, they're currently going to order. They said they're reported that they're going to order that fight with him and Giasov this week.
Yeah, because
that's
already been ordered a long time ago, bro. That Mando was ordered for Boots.
Giasov been taking step aside money since Boots was champion.
Yeah, bro.
Blue was saying for us that.
But I'd rather, man, I was looking at Rolly like a bitch for not fighting Devin right off rip. Like, what the fuck, bro? What are you worried about?
He was scared he's gonna lose.
Go punch Devin's head off his fucking shoulders.
Let Blue finish, y'all. Let Blue finish. Go ahead, Blue.
So that's why I say that, Devin is ducking, because he basically stopped negotiating with, he stopped the negotiations or about to negotiate with Ryan, and he went straight to Rolly. And because to me, it's a safer fight. You see what I'm saying? With that fight right there, with Ryan, if he goes and fights him right now and he loses to this man, it's like all that stuff that you've been going off of, it's not the same. It's in void now.
Let me speak up to what you were saying, right? Because your timeline is a little bit off, right? So let's put the whole timeline in perspective. Both Ryan and Devin were suspended for a year. Let's remember that. Ryan got suspended for PEDs. Devin was out of commission because of his injuries, right? So
his substantial injuries.
Yeah. So
fucking jaw broken.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you fight someone on PEDs. But anyway, move forward.
No.
So here's the thing.
That's just what happens when you fight Ryan Garcia, and Ryan Garcia fucking popped for contamination, motherfucker. Vada even said it was contamination. What are you talking about?
Moving forward, they got on the Fatal Fury card, right? Now the Fatal Fury card, they were both meant to win their match, and they had to fight each other afterwards. They both had a fight already lined up. So this whole argument about Devin went to fight Rolly from the break, that's not true. Because of the Fatal Fury card, Ryan and Devin were literally having promotions during that card. They already had a fight signed. What happened was that Ryan lost to Rolly. That was the unexpected event that made that Ryan Devin fight.
You telling us Barrios fought Ryan off a loss and fucking Ryan won. Boxing, one guy wins, one guy lost.
Yeah, but that's
personal shit with Ryan.
So wait, hold on. So what happens next? Devin goes and he fights Ryan Norman.
Ryan, it would have been fucking over.
Hold on. Brian Norman. You're
gonna be running like the Ramirez fight and the track meet. Gone. Out of here, Jack.
At that point, Rolly's belt is still secondary. Brian Norman's still number one champion, right? So he goes and fights the number one champion. He beats this guy, beats that. Rolly gets elevated after Boots leaves the division, right? He becomes a true champion of the division, right? So what happens after that? Rolly and Ryan are supposed to rematch each other. They're literally supposed to rematch each other. They have time, they have dates, they have all that. They have
Nope.
Ryan, Rolly said it. Rolly even said the date and the location.
Ryan did.
They had dates. Ryan did. So Ryan was never going to fight Devin back directly.
Yeah, but the order that you're putting it in is wrong.
What's wrong about it? The order I just put in is correct. Because what happens after that is that Ryan pulls away from the Rolly rematch and fights Mario Barrios.
Rolly, they were never engaged with fucking like contracts or nothing.
They
like
were.
That,
Rolly said they had a date. They had everything.
I'm looking it up right now, bro. Like
Rolly said it. That's not my words. Those are Rolly's words. And so afterwards, Ryan pulls away from the Rolly fight to fight Mario Barrios.
No, because Rolly was supposed to fight Manny Pacquiao the whole fucking time.
No, Rolly and Ryan.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Right, Rolly went on this whole.
This is all I can find is Pacquiao shit. Rolly and Pacquiao.
Hold on, Hacker. We got to add the context that Rolly was in negotiations to fight Manny Pacquiao for like literally like 2-3 months damn near, and then when that shit fell through, he went into negotiations with Conor Ben, which Conor Ben just left them at the altar, pretty much going over there to fight fucking Reese's program.
Yeah, so those two fell through. Ryan and Rolly didn't fall through. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys, right? Ryan and Rolly had a venue already. Ryan pulled away. That's why Rolly went on this rant. He went on a rant before Ryan the whole Barrios fight and talked about all of it. Ryan pulled away to fight Mario Barrios, right? He beats Mario Barrios. He's not talking about rematching Rolly. It comes to Devin and Ryan. Devin and Ryan have this conversation. First off, Ryan also called out Shakur Stevenson at 144. He even had Shakur Stevenson come to his fight. Shakur Stevenson they even met after the fight. That was literally why Shakur wasn't even there.
He asked him to come to fight. He didn't ask him to come to fight. The Zone had him on air as one of the commentators.
Bro, they were lined up to fight. He literally called out Shakur Stevenson during post fight. You guys know that, right? Like, what are we talking about? So when y'all say that, Devin's trying to fight something, Ryan was literally looking for another fight. Ryan's acting not serious. If you want Devin, why are you calling him? Wait. Do you know that?
Do I need to pull that clip up?
It doesn't matter because they both changed their minds.
Do I need to pull up the post fight?
No, I'm saying you got to spin some weird narrative that
hold on. Ryan, my hand heals. I'll be looking for that opportunity for sure. And Devin, he don't want that. He's terrified. He has PTSD. I just want to beat Devin Haney's ass bad.
That's not a call out, right? He actively called out Shakur Stevenson in the ring. What are you guys talking about?
And the same process in the ring. Hold on. In the ring. Do I gotta play the whole post fight interview in the ring? Because he mentioned Devin's name in there too.
And then what? After he mentioned Devin's name, what do you say? I want to fight Shakur Stevenson. We can make it happen.
Hold on. That's what so you're talking about that time. So hold on. What about him all leading up to the fight?
It's true, but he changed his mind though.
That's the thing. Hold on, Hacker. See, that's one thing.
I think you guys criticize one thing.
Hold on, Hacker. Hold on.
Y'all be doing that stuff way too much.
Hold on, because I ain't trying to get loud and speak loud and talk over you. So I want to get this out. That's my thing. You didn't tell everything that Ryan was doing leading up to the Shakur fight.
Okay, let me tell it.
Ryan was getting he got questions. Every interview that Ryan did, he got asked about Devin, and he said that he wanted the rematch in every fucking interview. And I personally, myself on this channel, I reacted to damn near probably 3-4 interviews of Ryan Garcia leading up to the fight with Barrios, where I literally heard him verbatim talk about fighting Devin Haney. Even with this clip, even on fucking Ring Magazine.
You're one of the best finishers in boxing. Like, I know you didn't finish Devin Haney, but you had him drown.
I saved him. I should have knocked him. I just didn't have the condition.
I think it still bothers you, huh?
Yes. Because I should have knocked him out in that 11th, man. I was playing around too much. Yeah. And I was like, ha. Like, bro. But next time, that next time, buddy, you won't have a next time. I'm finishing you. You will never box again if we fight again, and you know that. And I have vowed to that. If we fight again, you will never box again. I promise you that.
But look, Oscar Duarte.
Just as a man, you can't talk to me like that.
That clip
as a man,
the fight with Barrios right
Wait, but do you realize that he actually called out versus talking shit about
to hit the Cash App, the Super Chat. We're about to argue with Hacker for a while, so start Super Chat.
So this my thing right here. Ryan has talked about fighting Devin the whole entire build-up with Barrios. Mm-hmm. He even mentioned Shakur in the process. Of course, after Shakur BTO, Shakur is a significant name. You know what I'm saying? So of course he's talking about Shakur name and everything. We gotta understand that some of these guys, they talk about fighting each other, but a lot of that shit just be talk. Bro, we gotta understand that.
Cam, they be cloud chasing too.
Understand one thing, right?
They attach their names to each other to keep their names in the algorithm in boxing, bro. Like we gotta understand that shit, bro.
Bro, he said if he fights Devin again, you heard. Listen to what he said. He said if he fights Devin again, he literally said, "I want to fight Shakur next." Those are two different statements, bro. What are we talking about?
It's because Devin and Bill were not listening to me. It's the reason Ryan went in Shakur's direction is because Devin and Bill were showing no fucking interest. They had the kid at number 10 on their fucking list. They were talking about Xander Zayas and every fucking thing else besides Ryan Garcia.
Okay,
and what the fuck are you talking about?
And Shakur
you don't remember this shit? It was just fucking.
Never mention Ryan's name, bro. What are you talking
Stop
about?
the fucking
Why are you
cap,
calling out
dude.
Shakur? If you're talking about showing interest, Shakur said nothing. Shakur didn't even
Dude, Devin and Bill, we're not fucking trying to go after Ryan. They had him at number 10 on your fucking list. You don't remember all the conversations we were trying to push you and Frequent into saying, bro, why don't you want the Ryan fight? You guys were doing everything in your fucking power, shaking and moving, fucking swarming around.
When was he calling out Ryan? If you're talking about somebody calling different fighters, Shakur was calling out Conor Ben. Come on, man. Don't do that.
Dude, I'm talking about Devin. I'm talking about Devin and Bill Haney, the direction they were going in. They were talking about Xander Zayas and fucking Rolly and Crocker and everything else but Ryan.
One second. Punisher.
No.
1 second.
You know it.
Let me ask you one question. Yeah. So Ryan didn't focus on Devin because Devin was calling out other people, right?
No. Devin didn't focus on Ryan. Devin didn't focus on Ryan. Ryan was fighting for the WBC. Why wouldn't Devin just be calling him out? Devin went to the 140-pound fucking Shakur fight. He was going after him like everybody but fucking Ryan.
Gosh, bro.
And then they're tweeting, oh, look like he on roids again. Shakur fucking quote tweeting them like two little goofies, scary.
Yeah.
Letting me know that fucking what Ryan did was special.
Yeah. You guys
that's the kind of shit that tells you guys, well, pay attention. When the fighters start acting like that, it's real special.
What are we talking about? Ryan's out here calling.
What are we talking about?
Shakur.
What are we talking about? This is where you
I already know Ryan's fighting Shakur. I told everybody on my fucking platform what it was. What are you talking about? It doesn't change if Devin wanted to go after Ryan.
Devin was calling out other people. Shakur was never calling out Ryan. He was calling out what's this guy? Conor Ben.
No, he was calling out Devin. Devin went to their fight to be a fucking announcer. Then they jumped fucking Tiger. No, remember the shit? Like it was just the other day.
Shakur been talking about fighting Ryan, bro, even since Ryan beat Devin.
Like real talk.
Literally, he's been talking about fighting Ryan since then. Even where they was even on the Instagram live together. It was
bro. Him, Keyshawn,
and Ryan.
He shit
Ryan
himself
was on the damn yacht drinking liquor and shit
for decades.
And they was talking about Keyshawn and fucking
Shakur shitty pants. You remember that?
Ryan.
Yeah, I remember all that. Let me ask you a question about that.
You don't know
context. No. I know all that. No, please stop. I know everything you just mentioned.
You just
I do. Because they had that conversation.
Like I said, well, Hacker, hold on, bro. Hold on. Y'all, the thing is, bro, like I always say with y'all, bro, y'all always tell half of the fucking story. Y'all don't tell all of the story. When I say when you tell all of the story, that means you have to tell all of the story from all stories involved with the story. You're always one-sided with your story.
No. I can do all that for you.
Always getting your ass.
Oh yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
Go back to the Twitter Spaces interview they had with Keyshawn, Shakur, and Ryan. No problem. Yes, Shakur and them said, "Hey, if this happens, can we fight?" And Ryan said, "Yeah." And Ryan
Devin Haney and Bill Haney have shown zero interest in getting their fucking lick back. We've been dogging on you those for months now.
As far as recently,
what's this right here? This is hot off the presses right here with Rolly right here. He's saying no more ball back in this court or that court. I'm signed, sealed, and delivered. Big boy deal. The Haney's has always been soft and full of lies. I'm going to end y'all for good. That's Rolly right there.
Let's fucking go. Rolly punch Devin's big ass head off his shoulders. You're going to have to literally run a track meet.
All I got to say is put money on that.
I ain't betting on that because Devin's going to run and hug. Devin's going to run and grab. That shit's corny to me, bro. And Rolly pins posts and knocks it out.
Let's fucking go. Put money on it, baby.
You're going to knock Devin the fuck out.
That one. Come on. Let's go.
Devin probably got
and they want the fight.
Rolly actively going to get him. Rolly's the A side in this unification. Let's not get that misconstrued. Yeah, there is an A side. This is a PBC card. Rolly's the A side.
How fast Devin quick to go get a Rolly fight on PBC? but he didn't want to do it with another guy that's on TV.
Yeah, he's finding the person who beat the other guy, though.
Fucking
He's finding the person who beat the other guy.
That's the only out you guys got.
First, the other guy's ducking, so he's fighting.
Beating the guy. No. Stop doing that. Stop. You can't say that. You can't say Ryan's ducking. If anything, Devin's ducking by choosing Rolly. They're both free. Ryan said it's war. He declared war on the Haneys on his fucking podcast. Then thank God Rolly saved the day and fucking sent Devin a contract. Devin ain't had no choice. He was taking that joint no matter what, or else Ryan was going to punch his head.
Let's be real. I've been saying Ryan just fought.
Ryan's coming in that joint confident.
Hold up. Ryan just fought 2 weeks ago, right? He had to make weight. The weight looked harsh. He's not gonna.
He weighs 152 pounds, in shape, ready to fucking fight. What are you talking about? He cut 5 fucking pounds max.
Oh my God!
You guys don't know shit, bro. Ryan is 150 some pounds in shape.
Whatever he had to go down to, he had to go down. He had to make weight. He had to go to training camp. He's not going directly into a training camp. He is not doing that. So that fight's not gonna. Even if they were to fight, it would be in the summer. What's his name? Rolly and Devin trying to fight.
No, you guys make up all these fucking crazy excuses.
He just fought 2 weeks ago.
Bizarre, bro. You guys
he's not going.
He's gonna fight Rolly, and then what if he gets punched on in the Rolly fight?
He's not gonna go into another 8-week training camp out of nowhere, bro. He's not doing that.
What if he catches 2 of Rolly's hooks that sent Ryan flying across the fucking ring? Hank says Rolly got rocks in his fucking gloves.
Hey, listen, brother, anything can happen in boxing. It's boxing.
Yeah,
it is what it is. But right, Devin's gonna fight.
When that little gorilla from Baltimore says he punches with rocks in his gloves, you better take that serious.
I would say this right now. This fight is not bigger than the fight that he would have had with Ryan Garcia. That's why we're on his helmet about
they
this
can't
shit.
Fight in the spring. It's not even logical for Ryan to fight in the spring. Ryan just fought. Why are people
talking about Ryan's fighting in July?
Bro, to fight, you gotta go to an 8-week training camp. You can't just jump right back in there.
Ryan's fighting in July.
You can get suspended after fighting. Like you can't just randomly jump back in the fight. No, Ryan wanted to fight Devin in the summer.
Go ahead and be real, y'all think because we gonna be real with it.
But
Haney, they the ones that said.
Cam, you need to be talking about your Lamont Roach and
they said. Hold on,
Lamont won't take Tank off a hand injury.
You'll get booted today. I'm not in the mood for that fuckery today.
My bad,
so.
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
I know, but I'm saying
I'm just saying with Hacker, you gotta understand with Ryan Garcia, he was pushing for the fucking fight. Y'all fighting Rolly Romero. It's not even a guarantee that y'all gonna get past Rolly Romero while y'all sitting up here saying like, oh, the fight can happen and stuff later down the line.
No, yeah, they act like it's a breeze too. All right.
Between the 147-pound division is Ryan and Devin. And that's the fight that they should be pushing for. But the thing is, we know this with y'all guys. Y'all guys been cautious about this fucking fight all the time, making excuses, you know what I'm saying, putting roadblocks in the fight. Y'all talking about testing. Ryan said we testing. WBC, clean testing program, all of that. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? The testing's off the board. Now you're saying, oh, Rolly comes to the board. Oh, well, it'll be a unification where, fucking he'll beat Rolly, you know what I'm saying? And then he beat Rolly, then it'll make the fight even bigger. You know what I mean? In general. Not even guaranteed that y'all gonna get past Rolly. Y'all trashing Rolly, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much, right? Saying that y'all hold on. Y'all trashing Rolly. Y'all trashing Rolly, saying that he's trash. You know what I'm saying? So how can I not say y'all not cherry picking when y'all said that the guys that y'all want to fight is trash? Right? Y'all said Sanders is trash. So how can you not expect
Boots isn't good either? So we shouldn't fight Boots. We said Boots wasn't good either. And Devin said Boots is not all that either. Does that mean you should fight Boots? What are y'all talking
about? I never heard Devin say that shit.
Devin said Boots. Devin said who has Boots fought? The whole
so what? Who the fuck? He's just talking, bro. He knows what time it is with Boots.
Everybody thinks the same way, brother. Not everybody thinks the same way.
Check this out, man. What I'm gonna say is this: it is a cherry pick, and like I said earlier, I try to keep stuff relevant because it's easy to sweep little stuff.
Cherry picking a champion is crazy, bro.
So what I'm saying is. No, hold on. Let me say what I'm saying. So Devin and them, I believe they're looking at Rolly as a cherry pick because when they first walked into the division, they were trying to call out fighters, and the first one they called out was Rolly. They wanted to, they went for Rolly. You see what I'm saying? And then they couldn't get Rolly because Rolly was rejecting them and told him, no, you're not getting a chance. Then he went for everybody. He started, hollering out other people. He acted like he wanted to go for Boots, and he knew Boots wasn't going to be in there. You see what I'm saying? He knew that. But anyways, that's irrelevant. That doesn't even matter. So that's why I'm saying, yes, it is a cherry pick, and I agree with him because the simple fact is as soon as they found out that Rolly wanted to fight, they stopped negotiations with Ryan Garcia. The bigger fight, the bigger money fight.
Those were public negotiations.
And it was
Bill and Devin talking shit on podcasts.
And that's not true, Blue. You gotta stop saying Blue. You gotta stop saying that. When Boots was in the division, Rolly wasn't a super champion, bro. Rolly got elevated before even anybody was even trying to call him out.
Rolly's
the people that the first
Rolly's the WBA champion. That's what the champion is.
No, but it was until Boots left,
we knew
and then Rolly became the WBA
super. So no matter what, they still was calling him out when they first walked up in there.
Nobody was calling interim champion, bro. No, they weren't.
But yes,
no, they
bro,
weren't.
yes, bro. For one,
no, they weren't, bro. The two first people called out was Boots and Brian Norman.
I gotta play the content for you, bro, from Bill Haney 2 months ago, which I've already played this last week.
I can show you the Devin Haney interview where he said we called out. It was Boots and Brian Norman. What are you talking about? Rolly wasn't when Boots was Boots was unified. Rolly wasn't the super champion. You keep saying that, but that's not true. Rolly became super when Boots left and dropped the titles.
Yeah, but Rolly's the champion.
I'm gonna show you the interview where Bill Haney was talking about Rolly.
Yeah, go ahead, because that's what I'm talking about. They was going for him from the beginning when they first went in there.
It was all Rolly the whole time. Hackers
So
fucking
that's why I said it is a cherry pick because they wanted him from the beginning, and then as soon as they found out,
well, you can't cherry pick a champion, bro. Cherry pick is the wrong term here.
Not from the beginning, bro. You keep saying I don't know what
he's just picking and choosing.
He tried did it with Denise Baranchak.
How do you think he fought Brian Norman, bro?
I don't recognize.
Never offered Rolly a fight, bro. What are you talking about? Turkey never offered Rolly the fight. He offered Boots and Brian Norman.
Why does Turkey need to do anything for Devin?
Okay, that's
I thought he got DHP.
That 3-fight deal is capped. Obviously, since he over here about to fight Rolly on PBC.
I heard it's Turkey bankrolling the PBC. But I don't know.
It's crazy. Y'all would say Devin's cherry picking Rolly, but not for any other fighters,
What?
Not for any other fighter.
Don't say y'all.
I don't heard people say, why Boots couldn't fight Conor Ben? Why Boots couldn't fight Conor Ben? Shakur wanted to fight Conor Ben. That was a cherry pick.
Conor Ben won't fight Boots, idiot. The fuck are you talking about?
They said, why not? That's crazy work, man.
Conor Ben's a bitch. He won't fight Boots, but he'll fight Devin.
Shakur wants to fight him as a cherry pick. That's crazy.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bro. Because I don't say any of that. If you're talking to Cam, that's
IO44, man. What's popping, brother, man? What you think about Ryan, Devin, and Rolly right now, man?
I think that it's the Haneys they're just masters of manipulating the public. I got to give them credit on that. They've mastered the ability to navigate, make calculated moves. It's just obvious. I mean, the biggest thing is that I love how they kind of hype up certain fighters that they know is an easy matchup for them. The Brian Norman Jr. is an example of that. It's no different than the Rolly. Rolly is a champion, but if you look at his history, there were fights that he should have never won, right? That he clearly lost, but he was given the opportunity to win. So I think there's a lot of false champions, a lot of people that are in positions that they really shouldn't be in because politics kind of put them there. And I think because of that, it creates this imbalance. The reality is that Can Rolly go in there and do well? I think so, but it's going to take a hell of a lot of focus, a hell of a lot of discipline. And I don't know if Rolly has that ability, you know, to be able to be disciplined from round 1 to 12. Without that, I mean, this is going to be a very easy and calculated win on Devin Haney's part. You know, I'm not a Devin Haney's fan, but I know what he's good at. You know what I mean? And I know how he chooses his fighters. You know. So
I hear all that, but I don't think it's going to be as easy as you think. I think Rolly going to put up a fight, dog. Rolly going to make it interesting. Rolly's faster than people think. Punches harder than people think. It's going to be a good fight.
The thing is this
Brian
though.
Norman was cherry pick. When everybody was saying that Brian Norman was going to kill Devin. When everybody was Brian Norman Sr. was on this channel.
Well, the reason I can explain that, and this is why I say it was truly a gas up fight. Brian Norman Jr. was a fight that was absolutely gassed up. So his father did the media run. They overhyped his son. They you know. But if you look at just the facts, the fact of the matter is the dude had not been tested. So how is he the greatest at 147 if he didn't fight the other 147 champions? So it doesn't see it's logic. Like, take the emotion out of it. I'm not saying, listen, first of all, let me just make this clear. I think Brian Norman Jr. beats Devin Haney in the second fight, though, if they were to ever fight. You know the reason why? Because he has the experience now. He understands the politics and the games. So I think he does a lot better and possibly beats Devin Haney in a second fight. But the Haneys knew they had a window, and that window was experience. That window was a whole lot of other things that people didn't take into account. So while everybody was talking about his power, nobody was talking about what has he done at 147 that qualifies him as a top elite 147 pounder. And that is the number one question. So that's the Haney marketing plan. You know, hype your opponent up, make them feel like they're the best thing out there, and really they're not. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Let me ask you a question. What did Boots do to make him seem like a top number 147 champion?
What did Boots do?
Yeah.
Oh, first of all, let's make this clear. The same goes for Boots. I mean, Boots has almost 40 something fights, and I mean, his best fight? I think is Stanionis, in my opinion, right? I mean,
so nobody has done anything at 147 to make them seem like a real champion. Basically, that's your real argument.
Yeah, my thing is this.
It was not Boots. It's not Brian Norman. Who else?
No, we can't discount. What I'm saying is this: who are the champions at 147? The champions at 147 should have fought each other. That's what I'm saying.
Right, but you just said Boots. You said the same thing about Brian.
Who did Brian beat to be the fucking reigning welterweight number one? Who?
Correct.
He wasn't number one. Boots was number one. Boots left the division. He was number two. He was number two. He got
No, he wasn't number two. Stanionis was number two. Boots won the ring fucking title.
Yeah, Boots beat Stanionis.
You up here just fucking willy-nilly don't know shit, bro.
Yeah, so 1, 2, and 3, right? Boots beat Stanionis to take his belts. That means Boots is number one. Stanionis is no longer there because he's not a champion. And Brian Norman's number two.
Stanionis is still there.
Hold on.
He's still a welterweight.
We're not going by Reign. I don't go by Reign magazine rankings. That's what you're going by.
Nope.
So that shit is fugazi as fuck. Fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Fucking fraudulent.
Well, the other who else are you gonna put over Brian?
Let me talk. Hey, hold on, Hacker. Let my
Rolly.
sis talk. 2 cents. What's poppin', sis?
What's going on, y'all? I don't understand what's up with the Haney. I don't know. It's like Haney fans under hypnosis or something. Like, I don't get it. Like, we just pointing out pure plain facts, and it's like I don't know. But the Brian Norman, I told everybody about Brian Norman. He was overhyped in my opinion. I think he has the potential to be a good fighter, but he wasn't who y'all thought he was at the moment he fought Devin. And I believe that Rolly is the fighter that y'all thought Brian Norman was. And I believe that people are really, really, really underestimating Rolly. And we're going to end up in another Ryan Garcia situation, in my opinion. If people keep thinking that Devin just about to get in this ring and just 12 zip Rolly, like, I don't know. I think it's going to be a difficult fight. I think it's going to be a challenging fight. I'm hearing the fight hasn't even been officially announced, so I'm not even sure if the fight is going to happen officially.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Rolly just said
Yeah,
it.
they wait. Rolly said that he signed his part.
Yeah,
He's
they're gonna
waiting
fight.
on Devin and them to do their part now.
Yeah. And don't get
Again, like I said, it hasn't been officially announced, so we don't know yet what will happen. As far as Ryan and Devin, if they ducking each other, listen. For some reason, Devin has to put out these narratives to make himself seem as if he's better than. It's almost like a pretentious attitude that he has. If they don't fight right now, they just don't fight right now. Why do we have to paint somebody as a duck? It's boxing. We all know we rarely ever get fights exactly when we want them at that perfect moment, right? It's boxing. It's not Devin. It's not Ryan. It's boxing. So let's stop trying to put a duck on somebody, right? And if I did have to pick a duck and say somebody is ducking, I would say it doesn't seem as though Devin is interested in the fight right now. He doesn't want that fight right now. He told y'all he didn't want the fight right now. He told y'all the ship has sailed. He's telling y'all he doesn't want the fight, but everybody keeps calling out the fight. So Bill is coming out here using that information to manipulate the fan base. And it's nobody's falling for it except for his own fans. So if they don't fight right now, they just don't fight right now. All this running around crying y'all doing, all of this, Devin is doing Rolly a favor by fighting him. Devin is saving the PBC. All of this shit y'all got to come up with to make yourself seem better or whatever y'all doing. Like, that shit is old and it's played out. Like, seriously. Old and played out. And if y'all will take a second to just use some common sense and stop being so emotional, y'all will stop being manipulated as a fan base. But y'all got to stop being so emotional. Like, you got to stop. You not even listening, Boxer Hacker, because you're trying to talk while I'm talking. So I know you're not listening.
Go ahead.
I know you're not listening. You still talking while I'm talking. And you the main one to be up here with this dumb shit, Boxer Hacker. Like, you got to cut it out, bro.
Facts,
Yeah, the only person calling out somebody a duck was CamJ, though. Let's keep that in mind. So when you say it's a CamJ,
Devin's ducking Ryan in the rematch, and they said 4K, and everybody in the fucking world is seeing it before
nobody should call people a duck. People are too emotional.
Well,
it's
I feel the
CamJ
same way you feel, Cam.
I'm saying,
the same way.
Hold on. You gonna talk over me like that, bro? Like, what the fuck?
Oh, I didn't hear what you said.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that, bro. Like, you know, I'm just saying, bro. I said that Ryan is being ducked by Devin Haney in 4K due to the fact that if he's pushing for a fight with Rolly when everybody in the world is clamoring for the fight with Ryan Garcia and Devin. Like, it shouldn't, it's not, it don't take a rocket scientist to understand that shit.
I agree. That's what you said.
And you gotta
He's not interested in the fight right now. Boxer Hacker.
He showed that he wasn't interested. You gotta hear Bill 2 months ago when after he fought Brian Norman Jr., where they were saying we ain't interested in Ryan Garcia. It's a clown show. He's a comedian. We want to go after Rolly. They were going after Rolly after they beat Brian Norman Jr.
All Rolly.
I'm not saying
you
said all that.
It was never.
They're screaming it in this dude's head, and we've already went over this. He's running us in circles.
Ryan was number 10 on that weak ass punk ass list that they got. Number 10. Then you got Bill Haney in recent times saying that they jumped him up in the list because he didn't beat Mario Barrios. Was asking for him. So if the Haney so-called fight the people that the people's asking for him to fight fucking Ryan Garcia. Why the fuck he ain't fighting Ryan Garcia and he fighting Rolly Romero instead?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. That's what you said. I'm just telling 2 cents. When it comes to somebody calling somebody a duck, it was CamJ calling Devin a duck.
I'm talking about y'all fan base. Listen. I'm talking about your fan base. Boxer Hacker. You be so busy trying to deflect that you can't fucking listen. Listen. I didn't say you. I'm not talking about you.
It's not
yes,
it's CamJ.
It is Devin Haney's fans.
Right person.
It is Devin Haney's fans.
It's CamJ.
I got a question.
It's not our fault. Just say it again. It's CamJ.
Hacker. Like, it's not our fault that y'all don't read the room.
Of course, what you're saying is not correct, but it's CamJ.
Hey, CamJ, Cam, am I right though, fam? It's Devin Haney fans that are saying that that Devin isn't ducking. It's Ryan.
Let freaking Flyer on his channel. Freaking Flyer's the main person on his fucking channel currently right now saying Ryan's ducking the rematch.
That's what's funny. This whole
what are we talking about?
Ryan just fought.
Logic be crazy, bro.
Yo, Ryan fought 2 weeks ago, guys. He just came out of training camp. He's not gonna fight. Ryan wanted to fight Devin in the summer, and they can still fight there.
So, Hacker, how about this?
What is your point? Why can't they fight in the summer? Because
they can, but Devin can still fight Rolly right now. There's no problem.
How about this?
Ryan just got out of training camp.
How about this? How about them not mention Ryan Garcia's name at all if they don't want to fucking fight?
Tell Ryan the same thing, bro.
Don't
Tell Ryan the same thing. You act like Ryan's actively calling him out.
Ryan wants to fight. What the fuck you talking about?
Ryan also wants Shakur. Who do you want, Shakur or Devin? Who do you want, Shakur or Devin? Because he called out Shakur.
That propaganda shit.
Why do you keep bringing up Shakur? He's not about to go to 140 pounds.
That's what he said. You always saying somebody's not about to. That's what he said. I'm just saying what he said. It's easy for you to say that he's not going to do it. That's what he said.
Himself said he's not going down to no catch weight or 140 for Shakur.
Yeah, he said he wanted to fight him at 140.
He got to fight him at 147. So what did Shakur say? What did he say? Hold on. Let's bring up what Shakur said. Since we're going there, since we're having the conversation, what did Shakur say?
What is the fight that you think in your gut, if you had to choose right now, is more realistic, or the fight you think may get done? A Ryan Garcia fight or a Devin Haney fight? Both of those fighters are heavier than you, so it's gonna have to be some concessions with the weight.
Honestly, I don't see neither happening at 147 pounds unless it's under the rehydration rules that I said. So, if not, I don't see that happening right now. Now, in the future, as I grow more and get more.
Why cut it? He's about to talk about Ryan. You don't cut it off. Play the whole thing. He's literally about to mention Ryan right after that.
Yeah, he mentioned that he mentions the catch weight at 144, which we already got Henry Garcia saying that they're not going to do that.
That same interview, a second later, he's about to talk about Ryan, and he just cut it off. Why cut it off?
Now, we're here, and we seen Devin Haney today post up a flyer with you and with not just Devin, but the Ring Magazine. Posting the rematch, being one of the biggest fights in boxing. Is that rematch bigger than a Shakur Stevenson fight?
Absolutely. By far. There's no comparison. In fact, you know what? Shakur, in order for him to fight us, he's going to have to come up to 47.
Straight up.
And I'm going to tell you why. Straight up. Because Crawford, didn't he go up to Canelo?
Right. No right.
And he got it. Right. And he got respect, right? Okay, why doesn't Shakur go up to Ryan? Think about it. He wants Ryan to go on a catch weight. We don't want to start going down. You know what I mean? Unless it makes sense. But I doubt it. But if he wants it, hey, come to us. Because we're already there now. So it makes sense to me. And let's see what happens. But yeah, Haney, all the way. The only thing that's going to be a problem is his father.
How come?
Because the guy knows us since the amateur days. He knows how we are. You think he wants that? Especially knowing that Ryan now, his right hand is good? His right hand is healthy?
Ryan beats him his career.
And also if Ryan beats him completely, I know he will, and knocks him out, his career is over. He's not going to want that.
In jeopardy
for sure, yeah.
So you believe that?
I told you guys, it's Ryan and Shakur, ring 7. I got a slide, bro.
Exactly. That's what. Don't worry, they'll see. D1.
Thanks for having me, Cam. Salute everybody on the channel. I got to work by 4:30 like a big boy.
So funny. Hey, Ryan's not gonna fight Shakur. We'll see. And Cam's gonna be like,
I already told y'all, Shakur would not be in the ring with Ryan Garcia nor Devin Haney in 2026.
All right, let's see. Hey, Cam, if they do fight, don't try to switch your words up again. Don't be like, oh, I knew they were gonna fight. I know how you be. I'll be
Oh,
clocking.
no, man,
I'm gonna write that
shut
down on
up,
a piece of paper. You
Boxing
said
Hacker,
that.
you're the only person that do that, Boxing Hacker.
No, Cam
you switched
does.
up all
Cam
the
had
damn
Brian
time.
Norman Sr. up here talking about, oh, Devin's about to die.
I got a question for 2 Cent.
He was like, I been knew Brian Norman Jr. was about to win.
Being that you know the history of Rolly, why do you believe that Rolly will? You know, do you believe Rolly will win that fight, or do you believe Rolly will just make it?
I believe Rolly has a shot to win the fight.
Yeah,
if you go back and watch Rolly's last 5 fights, you will see him vastly improving. I think Rolly was who people thought Brian Norman Jr. was, right? Rolly has the jab. Rolly has a decent ring IQ. Rolly has the power. And Rolly's very awkward, right? So I think it's a risky fight because Devin is going to have to open up to be able to get shots off of Rolly unless he fights him like he did Ramirez. Now, if he fights him like he did Ramirez, I'm wondering how Rolly would overcome that challenge of him moving around the ring, that lateral. But I mean, I think Rolly got a shot. I think Rolly is stronger than Devin, and I think Rolly is faster than Devin. And Rolly also have a left hook, which you seen him hit that double left hook on Ryan Garcia. So I don't know. I think he has a shot. I think he has some attributes that's really gonna give Devin some trouble in the ring. I don't think he just. I don't know if people think that Rolly just can't fight at all, or if he just go in the ring swinging as hard as he can. Like I don't know what people think. But I encourage people to go back and watch the Pitbull fight and go back and watch the Ryan Garcia fight and look at Rolly and what he's doing without a bias.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I mean, if we're comparing fight and the Ryan Garcia fight, absolutely correct. I mean, I agree with you that Rolly improved. Another dynamic though is that in the Ryan Garcia fight, it was almost like Ryan Garcia didn't look like the Ryan Garcia that fought Barrios. You know what I mean? So I think it's but no, all props to Rolly though. I think Rolly definitely matured as a fighter. Yeah, I mean, I think he'll pose some threat. I don't know if he's gonna be able to handle the grab, the clinch, jab, clinch, lateral movement, because I think that's what Devin Haney's going to do.
But
he's going to try to frustrate Rolly.
Though. I think Rolly's stronger than Devin, so I don't know if he's gonna be able to clinch him like that.
Also, I think Rolly does a bad style matchup for Ryan Garcia. I don't think it had anything to do with like Ryan not really looking like himself. Like I didn't think so. I said before, I didn't think Ryan looked that great.
He a bad style matchup for Devin.
Hold on. I think the problem with Barrios just looked like a dead man in the ring. Like I don't know what Barrios wasn't throwing punches or anything. All right. I think Ryan did what he had to do in the fight, but to me, he didn't look as spectacular as people make. I just think Barrios was just not fighting back like that. I think with Rolly's just been a bad. Ryan.
Why wasn't Barrios fighting back, Boxing Hacker? Why wasn't he fighting back?
I don't know. I don't think Ryan did anything for
you. Don't know. You don't know.
No, I don't.
You can't think of any reason why Barrios wouldn't be throwing punches.
I don't know. Maybe he was sick, like he said he was sick. Like people were claiming he was sick.
It ain't got nothing to do with him getting countered every time he tried to open up and punch by Ryan Garcia. It ain't got nothing to do with that.
No.
It don't got nothing to do with Ryan Garcia being too fast for Mario Barrios. It had nothing to do with
it. Looked like he was off. It looked like he was off his game. Actually, I never really thought Barrios was that good, to be honest with you. But not that he's not. Okay, let me rephrase. I think Barrios has a lot of heart.
You said Barrios was trash.
Yeah, he has a lot of heart though. He fights with his heart.
But stand on that shit then. Don't try to hold it back.
I don't like saying fighters are trash.
Like you said before.
I don't like calling fighters trash because to be at that level, you have to, be something. But I will say I don't think he's as technically sound.
The same guy was on panel saying he was trash though.
I'm not like you with Brian Norman Jr., bro. Let's not go there. You're a Brian Norman Jr.
You're on record. No, Hacker, you're literally on record saying that Rolly and Barrios was trash. What are you talking about?
Brian Norman Jr. switcher, bro.
Everybody knows this.
Everybody
in the chat, on the panel, know that you literally on record, documented on all of our channels, saying that Rolly and fucking Barrios was trash. Just like all the rest of the Devin Haney fans.
First of all, I don't really call
fighters. All the Devin Haney fans has been saying that.
I don't think Barrios is as good. I'll say that. I don't think he's as good as Ryan, and he didn't look like he was fighting back in that fight. To me, like just looking at observing the fight, I felt like that was the most boring fight in the match. I didn't think it looked like Barrios wasn't really trying.
Take him off of here. He lying.
Yeah, to me, I thought Gary Russell's fight was
boring
way
about
more
that fight.
exciting. Like,
But
I like Gary Russell's fight
boring.
way more exciting than the Ryan fight.
So
But
Ryan Garcia fight with Barrios wasn't more exciting than Shakur and Tio. That's what you're saying?
no, I didn't think so. I thought Tio kept trying to the very end. Even though Tio kept trying to the very end. Barrios looked like Barrios just looked like he was waiting.
So you said Ryan Garcia and Barrios fight was more boring than Shakur.
To me, yeah, for me, yes. I
was more excited
I
than
was
Ryan
on your. I think I was on
Barrios.
2 cents watching. I was more excited watching.
What the hell do y'all be watching, bro?
I've been
watching?
watching boxing since I was young, bro. I look at things a little bit differently. For me, it wasn't as exciting because it looked like the opposition. The opposition looked like he quit trying.
Boxers and stuff.
No,
you know,
it's not about that. He looked like he quit trying.
Yeah, you like them, so that's entertaining to you. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he looked
That's
like he quit trying. But Tio never quit. To me, Tio kept trying. Tio tried all sorts of shit. He tried switch stances. He tried everything. You know, even if you're losing, you got 12 rounds, you might as well, go at it. But Barrios, it looked like something was off with him.
Tio and Shakur.
Not to say that Ryan didn't look good.
Ryan and Mario.
Ryan looked good, but I think that Ryan that fought Barrios would still lose to Rolly. If I was to put money, if you take that Ryan that fought Barrios and put him in front of Rolly, I think Rolly still beats him. I think Rolly's a bad style matchup for Ryan. I think the problem with Rolly's style is that it's so ugly. And Ryan likes looking good when he fights.
Is Ryan a bad style? Is Ryan a bad style?
I think the Rolly that beat Ryan beats Devin.
We'll see. We're about to find out. I don't think so. So Rolly's gotten better, and Rolly's also fast, But Devin boxes really well, So we'll see how it turns out. And Rolly switched trainers to Salas, right? So we'll see how that turns out for him. So it should be good.
I find it so funny.
I don't think they're about to fight.
Y'all try to.
I don't think they're about to fight.
Whoever Devin is fighting, y'all try to big them up every time, bro. Like it don't matter who it is. It could be Linares, Jojo Diaz, Cambo, whoever he's fighting. Y'all big them up like they the best motherfucking thing.
Like the way you gas up tank fighters. Is that you mean like that?
Why do you always deflect the tank?
Why you start?
Get out of here. I told you not to do that shit with me today. I ain't on that shit today. All right, Blue man. I'm gonna see you in a minute, bro.
All right, brother.
All right, bro. Like I gotta end it. I gotta end the show off talking real quick, man. Cause this shit right here, like I said this shit last night. I don't understand why every time when we in conversations, y'all guys always deflect the tank. Like that shit is like some of the most craziest shit to me. Like it really is. Like that shit's crazy to me. Right there. Like I really be trying to understand why with the logic of you guys or why y'all always deflect to Tank Davis, bro, in these conversations, bro. Like y'all have no leg to stand on ever, bro. Like we gotta make this shit make sense, man. Like you bring up Tank like it's gonna get me emotional. I don't give a fuck when you bring his name up. He's just another fighter. Yes, one of my favorite fighters, but he's another fighter out of the thousands of fighters that we cover. Literally on this show, we talked about we had 15, 20 topics. I didn't even get to talk about Floyd in this show tonight because I just went into some of the main shit. But at the same time, every fucking time, y'all guys bring up Tank. Y'all more fans of Tank than we are. Because y'all always bringing his name in the conversation. On y'all platform that y'all be on, y'all talk about Tank more than we do on our platform. Like tonight, literally me talking about Tank and Pitbull tonight was literally like the first time I had like a real topic on one of my shows in months about Tank in recent time. I literally was planning the whole show out, had topics talking about the whole entire landscape of the sport, from the small weight classes to the heavyweight class. Won't have Tank involved in the conversation in any of my topics. I do it purposely half of the time just to see when y'all niggas is going to fucking bring Tank name up all the time. And y'all prove me right every fucking time, bro. Every time. Like, if y'all want to suck Tank dick, just do it. Just say that. Just do it and just say that and do it at this point. Because y'all always bring that man name up all the time, bro. Like, and y'all be mad because we talking about y'all favorite fighters, cooking y'all favorite fighters per usual. Y'all getting mad, y'all get emotional, and then y'all bring up Tank. Like, it's some little ass kid. Like, I know you are, but what am I type shit? Like, that shit weird, bro. Like, I don't understand, like, grown man, I don't know why y'all don't understand that shit's weird. That shit weird as hell to bring up another man into a conversation when we talk about other motherfuckers. That shit is weird. Like, we got to stop this, you know you are, but what am I type shit in boxing, bro, and just in life in general, bro. Like, this shit gay as hell. Like, bro, like, for real. Like, I don't be understanding this shit with these guys, bro. Like, y'all too emotional. If y'all too emotional to talk boxing, then y'all don't need to be in these fucking conversations with us. Flat out. Like, we about to start nipping a lot of the fuck shit in the bud over here, for real. Like, a lot of that fuck shit, that bullshit paint narrative shit coming on the panel with that goofy ass shit, that shit's done now, bro. I'm not dealing with that shit no more, bro. Like, if you gonna come up here and talk boxing, come talk with some logic. Come talk with some facts. Come talk with some truth, bro. Leave your emotions out of this shit. Cause y'all niggas y'all too emotional for y'all favorite fighter in these conversations, bro. That's just the fact of the matter. Y'all too emotional to talk about y'all favorite fighter. Like, we can't talk about Devin with Boxing Hacker half of the damn show because he gonna be mad as hell where he gonna bring up Tank Davis' name in the damn show. We can't talk about Devin to a frequent flyer because he gonna bring up Tank Davis in one of his talking points. Like, that's just the fact of the matter, bro. That shit gay. That shit gay, bro. Like, for real. Like, we really gotta clean this shit up, bro. Gotta clean this shit up. Like, leave your emotions at the door, bro. We are grown fucking men. We got women talking boxing better than y'all niggas out here. 2 Cents, Jag Queen Boxing. I can name Jupe, Key Alexandria. All of them talk boxing better than half of you niggas that's out there. That's real shit. And they would cook y'all niggas in the bank. Hacker get cooked by women all the damn time. Jag Queen cooking her. 2 Cents cooking them. Juke cooking them. And what he do in those conversations, he get mad when they talk about their favorite fighter, and then that boy end up bringing up Tank in the same conversations when he getting cooked by women. Like, let's make this make sense, bro. Like, come on. Like, on the Lord, bro. Like, y'all motherfucking dudes are so fucking fugazi in this shit, bro. And y'all fugazi. Y'all piss me off with this fugazi shit. Like I be wanting to take a shower after talking to y'all niggas because y'all niggas so fucking fugazi. Like, we gotta stop this fraudulent shit in boxing, bro. Like, with these conversations that we having, bro. It's too much fraud shit in these conversations that we having, and we dead in that shit, bro. Like, we're absolutely dead in that shit. Are we not about to keep having conversations when we got all the facts out there? They don't call me Mr. Receipts for nothing. I got all the content. I know where the content is at. I know where to get all the content to pull up and bring to you guys every time I come on here. Every time. So I don't even be understanding when y'all be talking to me at times when hackers say some shit like, oh, well, Bill and Devin, they showed that they want to fight and everything and stuff. And then I pull up clips where they're talking in the interviews, hesitating, fucking stuttering and everything, not knowing what the fuck they gonna say, lying clearly in the interview, and we put it on display that they lying, then they get back to crying. Oh, it was the Osterin, it was this, it was that. He need to do this. He ain't the A side. He got to do this to get the fight. Like all this weird shit. Like this shit weird, bro. Like a lot of this shit be weird as hell. Like literally, the women cooking these niggas, bro. The women be cooking these niggas and they be getting emotional and shit. Like I just don't get the logic of these niggas, bro. Like I don't get it. Like where, like even when these niggas know they wrong, they still try to debate it. They know they wrong. They know they fucking cook, and they still up here trying to debate this shit and try to win a debate when they done been already fucking 12 feet under, not even 6 feet, 12 feet under. Like, come on, bro. We got to clean this shit up, bro. We grown men, bro. And it don't cost nothing to keep it real out here, bro. Like, a lot of y'all niggas don't be keeping it real in this boxing shit. And with y'all not being real, that gets y'all ass cooked every fucking time. Every time. Like, stop being pussy for y'all fighters, bro. Stop dick eating these fighters, bro. Y'all dick eat these fighters too much. Like, too much dick eating, bro. Too much. Too much. I gotta play my nigga Smush. My nigga J-Man knows Smush.
I don't know if ain't nobody told you, bro, you feel me? But I feel like I gotta be the one to tell you, family member. You know, it's been going on for a while, bro, and motherfuckers tired of this shit. I'ma tell you though, family, I ain't the one that give a fuck. You hear me? I ain't gonna lie, family. You might be the biggest dick rider ever, family. You a real professional dick rider, feel like you need to go to the Olympics, cuz. You be riding the fuck out that bike, man. Get off that motherfucker, man. It ain't getting you no money, cuz. Stop dick riding, family member. Go get your own motion, your own shit, man. Go to the Olympics.
I'm just saying, man, you gonna do all of that dick riding right there, bro. Go to the fucking Olympics, man. All the dick riding is uncalled for, bro. Take that shit over to the fucking Olympics. Keep that shit over there, bro. Like, we gotta dead this dick riding in boxing, bro. Too much dick riding for y'all favorite fighters, bro. Dead ass, man. And with that being said, I'm out of here, man. Salute to everybody, man, in the building, man, today, man. Show was crazy. Fire show, man. Even though Hacker tried to fuck it up with the bullshit logic and lies and shit, but we cooked that up per usual. You know what I mean? Salute to everybody, man. I'ma holler at y'all. Hey, go back, watch the interview with my guy, Kenneth Bohiri, man. Very informative interview, man, on there. If y'all ain't tapped in and watched that for sure, man, and tap into the content, shorts, videos, dropping, all of that good shit. We'll be back at y'all tomorrow. I will say that. We'll be back at you tomorrow. We got a lot more in store, man. A lot more content on the way, man. So tap in with your boy, man. Salute to y'all, man. Have a great evening. We out of here.
All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. It's showtime like Kareem Lakers. I make a masterpiece, scene basic. No Meek Millie, but I'm dream chasing. Took the shortcut like Anita Baker. I want the bright lights that you see in Vegas. chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Rest in peace, the Nippy was the street savior. Got my credit right now, I need acres. Gotta turn your dirty money into clean paper. Trying to own a franchise without a key player. I go through hoes like I weave laces. Tree blazers, let they mama noodles be flavored. Meat takers that be acting like the be sacred. You bust in, you would think they on their knees praying. Then I slide like a screensaver. When I'm done, make some scrambled eggs, cheese bacon. Then it's on to the next, I ain't a speed dater. Little bitch ain't gon' hear from me till weeks later. I don't see no things changing. Kids still dodging bullets like they seen Matrix. These young niggas really need saving, but OGs won't teach them that the street's dangerous. All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it.